Right. It would be good if we were actually recording, right?
Right. Okay, so let's try this drop again.
Yes. So here we go, folks. Let's try this drop again and see what's happening, huh? Tell us what you think. Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. If you want food for thought and can take it with a grain of salt, tune into the dinner table every Sunday at 7:30 on StepUpRadio105.com. You heard? Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs here at the dinner table, online radio. You don't need cable. Log on to the site from your computer at home. We'll take a song, but don't upload the app to your phone. Step Up Radio 105.com. We keep it live with the shows, the hottest songs. Dishing up topics, call it food for thought. Take it with a grain of salt, it's usually hot. Caribbean, American, and African flavor. Food so good, you can share it with your neighbor. Call us calling and recommend you do. Share a little taste of your opinions too. Serve up everything from religion to sports, relationship issues and news reports, entertainment and awareness, all healthy and nutritious. It's food for thought. You do the dishes.
What's up, people? We got it locked in, man. Step Up Radio 105.
Grab your family, let's break bread. Tune in live right now. StepUpRadio105.com for the dinner table.
Follow us on all social media, Facebook, Step Up Radio, Instagram, Step Up Radio, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Step Up Radio 105. Check us out, man. We got everything up there, man. You know what I mean? Got great back views, shows. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't log on, man. If you ain't logging on, man, what you doing? You're wasting your time, yo.
If you didn't know, you're tuned in live. StepUpRadio105.com. This is your boy Dwayne from the dinner table.
Woo! What?
Oh, we go with it. Yeah. We got it right.
Grab your family, let's break bread. Tune in live right now. StepUpRadio105.com for the dinner table.
So the first time I heard it, is Dwayne getting his Barry White on? Like,
I think I was.
like,
And
did
if you didn't know, you're
Yo,
tuned in
it's
live.
on
StepUpRadio105.com. This is your boy Dwayne.
Tune in. This is Dwayne.
Right.
Dwayne Trina.
Hey, what's going on? You're tuned in live. StepUpRadio105.com. This is Dwayne from the dinner table.
So smooth.
Yeah.
StepUpRadio105.com.
Like it. I like it.
This
I
is your
like
boy
it.
Dwayne.
Okay, this is enough.
Okay, shit. Like, dang.
Enough.
We got it, Dwayne.
Enough of him.
Woo.
I'm
Awesome.
pumped up. That was nice.
I am too. Yes.
That was nice. So we're gonna do some more drops on Wednesday ish, right? This is more for First Lady.
Oh,
here.
I mean, this is the first time they're telling me about it. You see how they just tell me.
Well,
So what
she's
am I
getting
doing
her
on
advance
Wednesday?
notice here
Right.
on the show live here. But no, we're gonna get more drops for y'all, and shoot, we should have done a contest like, hey, winner gets to do a drop for the
Oh,
dinner
that would be
table.
good.
That'd be
That would
nice.
pretty good. Yeah, we could actually still do it. We can
We
always
still
book.
can.
Yeah.
I got a shout out to my friend Tiffany in St. Louis.
Yes.
Every week she's been calling me. She's like, "Yo, I was bugging out. I was listening. I was going crazy." So
Why
shout out.
she can call
Big
us.
shout out to
Shout out.
Tiffany.
Yes.
Tell
Yes,
Tiffany
we
to
love
call
you,
us.
Tiffany.
St. Louis. Yes, I'm hopping on Facebook right now.
We
So,
love Tiffany.
What is wrong with Shay?
I
And
don't
not the
know.
jewelry.
Okay,
girl.
what is
Oh,
wrong
there
with
we go.
Shay?
There we go.
Yes.
Tell Tiffany call us up. Tell us something she want to hear us talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tiffany,
I'm
don't be
text her right now.
scared.
Text
Yeah.
her.
Call in.
No, be scared of Shay right now, because I'm scared of
I'm a
Shay
little
right now.
No,
nervous.
I don't
I'm-
bite. I nibble.
I'm nervous.
You know,
Shay
I don't
makes me nervous
bite.
right now.
You know.
Shay,
Like-
how's everything on Friday nights? I'm seeing you
Oh,
master promoing right now on Facebook.
man.
I feel like
So
I
I
need a
didn't need to
button.
get down. Like you're like,
If
get
you
down with
guys
it.
Get down on it.
I feel like I need a button so I can mute my mic, just so that I can eat my Doritos. Like that's the only reason.
No.
Okay, but
See,
yeah.
here at the dinner table, we want you to share in the feeling of what we experience. So it's called the dinner table.
Listen, I ain't gonna front.
Are
I
you
left
hungry yet?
dinner. I left dinner.
Did
I
you?
made the bomb lasagna at home.
Did you
And it
bring
is
any?
calling my name. Like I'm like literally took it out the oven and ran here. Like it's just like
So during commercial break,
that turkey.
Dwayne and I are
lasagna.
going to take First Lady out back
Right.
and discipline. for not bringing in to the dinner table the
Oh my
lasagna.
gosh.
Something.
So anyway, folks, today
It's
our
like free for all Friday, but it's Sunday.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
it is kind of like a free for all day today.
Because
Say
you
it
know,
all Sunday.
I
That's
think
what we
last
should
week
call
was
it.
kind of heavy.
It was
Last
heavy.
week
Last week was heavy.
It was.
I wouldn't mind.
It was pretty
keeping-
deep.
Yeah, well, last week was kind of heavy.
I actually wanted to still hold on to the entree of the relationship
Yo, I do
Yes.
too.
because I've been kind of going in today with a friend of mine, and we've been talking about relationships all day long.
And you
Are
know
you
this,
in a relationship with somebody, with this person?
No. She's just going through some stuff in hers, and we were just sharing. We were just bouncing, ideas off of each other. Not really ideas, but more like, at our age now, it's like, what are you willing to accept?
Ooh.
Kind of thing, like, because the things I'm willing to accept now, I was not willing to. Or I should change that around. What I was willing to accept 10 years ago is not what I'm willing to accept now at all.
okay.
You know what it is? Oh, this
You know
is-
what? Wait.
Complete
So,
180.
I think we should throw in as an appetizer.
Yes. Some little
Um,
tidbits.
What is your rule for live? This is live.
Tiffany.
Okay, so I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it
Love
just
Tiffany.
exactly how she
We love
texted it.
Tiffany.
So, wow, just put me on the spot like that. LOL. Mom says cheap men. LOL. So now, not only.
Tiffany, you're my girl. Come,
No,
you need to call.
no.
You need
We
to
gotta
call.
shout out Frida now because Frida is the one that came up with the topic. So Tiffany and her mom,
Yeah.
all my peeps in St. Louis.
This is personal
Shout
right
out.
now.
Shout
Okay,
out.
so wait, appetizer.
Yes.
What is your rule for having sex for the first time with a new person?
As far as how long you're supposed to wait, or what do you mean?
Yeah, just all of it. Just the theory behind it.
Mhm.
Do you have rules? And first lady, would you have sex with a guy on the first date?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, who wants to go first?
I mean,
I
you
just
guys
called her
are
out
looking
because
at me.
if you recall last
'Cause
show,
this is
I was
only
called out.
This
so
is only a
Right.
moral question because I'm a woman, right? Because it's.
I'm gonna answer it.
No.
Like,
I'm
you
gonna
listen-
answer it.
Answer.
No. I knew we were all gonna answer, but it's y'all don't get like blank stares if you have sex within the first hour of meeting somebody. If I say that, it's
Well,
like what's
well,
like,
here's the thing: the camera can only see your reaction. You can't see their reaction.
no, but
so-
what I'm saying, socially acceptable.
I know.
Right.
And you
right.
guys can get down on the first hour, first minute, and y'all are still gonna be good. But do I ever have a Steve Harvey 3-month rule or anything like
Right.
that? No, I don't. I don't have a Steve Harvey 3-month rule, and I'm more or less about how things are going and how it feels. You get what I'm saying? And first night, it's happened. People. Okay, so Cynthia Bailey, I don't know, you watched Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, for a second, I thought
Wait,
you were
hold on.
calling out
And
like
Peter
an
Collins.
average
Hold on,
person.
hold on.
I
She
was
said
like,
she had
oh,
sex with him on the first night.
She's putting my business out. Didn't we say that? just all out there. I've lied for years about watching that show, and now you just put it out. Wow.
I'm just an example of a couple that's had sex on the first night and they're now married. I mean,
Okay.
so I necessarily don't feel like it won't never go anywhere. It can't go anywhere. He doesn't respect you. No, I don't think that's the case. I think a man, what he thinks about you, he already knows what he thinks about you. Even if he's just going through the motions to get some, his respect level is already made up on how he feels about you. That's just my opinion. And what
Okay, fair
because you
enough.
guys know when
Fair
y'all
enough.
are,
Fair enough.
I'm not taking her home to meet nobody, not even my dog. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Wow,
y'all
that's
minds are
harsh.
already made up on that situation.
So I will say this. So I actually heard this topic on another show. I can't even remember, but I remember a caller. She called in and she was just like, she's been with her husband for tons of years, and she said that like 20 plus years they've been together, and she said back then she made him wait 8 months
Oh wow, that's a long time.
before they had sex. But she said if it were today, she was like, and if the mood was right,
Right. It
and
would have
the
gone down.
candle was flickering.
Right.
To me, 8 months is a
Well.
relationship. At this point, at
8 months.
8
Yeah,
months,
that's
I don't need too
8
much.
months.
I don't need too much to know whether or not I'm gonna take if something's gonna go further with me. Like I'm not sitting around hoping you're gonna change. in it that deep
8
for that
months.
long.
8 months is a long time.
That's a long. That's
I'm
like
not
a
saying I would
baby.
make someone.
Mm,
I'm not
Right,
saying,
right, pretty much.
I'm not saying I would make someone wait for 8 months, but what I'm saying is that's a length of some relationships.
Right.
Sometimes. So for me, it's like it's a long time to wait.
I mean,
I
I've
wanna
had
know.
plenty of relationships that were less than 8 months.
right.
Less than 8 weeks. You know, about 8 days, you know? It's like,
I mean, I can't knock. I won't knock a woman who feels that she's gonna make a guy wait for 8 months. I'm not gonna knock
I
her.
don't think there's no knock.
If anything, I'm gonna actually, I think it's a little extreme, but I would actually commend her if she actually did that. Just because the opposite end of that spectrum, this is the way I see it. The reason I'm saying that is, if this was my daughter waiting for somebody, making somebody wait 8 months, I'd be like, you go, girl. You better add on another 8 years to that. But now, if this is like, if this is a friend, like, should I make this guy I just met 6 months ago wait 2 more months? I'd be like, yo, he's gonna be out.
Yeah.
Like, you better kick in the cookies.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say he's gonna be out. There are several people who don't have sex until they get married.
he might not be having sex with you during that 8 months. But
We just high-fived. Right. I
so
mean, that's
yeah,
the real.
The relationship between you two, it's not, sex for 8 months, but
But he's
He's out there.
eating
oh
cookies.
yes,
Yeah, I
Somewhere
mean,
else.
the cookie monster,
Right.
all of it.
but then what I'm saying, I don't even necessarily mean like you have to wait for that person. I think it's more or less if you're feeling like you have to sleep with everybody that you get some type of interest of, or some type of conversation. You find yourself having sex with everybody that even shows you a little bit of positive potential. To me, that's a deep problem. Not just
Would that be a
meeting
deeper
someone.
problem for both male and female?
No, female. I'm sorry.
So
I
what if
buy into that.
Okay.
I do believe in that. That it's a deeper problem for us.
Okay.
Because at this point, we're doing it to be like
Doing what to be like?
sex. We're
Sex.
having sex to be
So
like.
she's saying that it's okay for men to have sex with 15 women, but a woman
Because you guys are
can't.
not doing it for the same reasons we're doing it. Because more or less, I feel like some women more or less are doing it because they want to make sure you don't go out, make sure you don't cheat, want to make sure they put it on you so it keeps you coming back. You know what I mean? For them, it's power. It's their way of holding on to you. So that's why I feel like sometimes women use their sex as manipulation, or sort of like making such a big deal to make sure I can give the bomb his head, I can do this and this and that. It's because they want to make sure they keep you coming back, and that's the part of it.
Fair enough.
Now,
I don't know if I think my rule is just kind of go with the flow.
yeah, I agree with that.
I'm with the flow thing though too, but I'm
I don't want
also
to force it. And if you can't kiss, then kind of stops there. So I guess that's a part of my rule too.
Yeah.
see, I'm really big on this thing called teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So I can try to look at your teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and if that's not working,
Right.
we're not doing it.
Right.
I'm not French. We don't need French kiss.
Right.
So you're not gonna kiss at all.
What?
See, I couldn't.
But
even
if
get
your
that.
teeth are jacked
Yuck
up,
mouth.
Yeah, that's not happening.
if you got me scared,
Right. Like our first date would be to the dentist. Like, hey, I have this great place right there, Dr.
Dr.
Wiggins.
Smiles, whatever.
DDS.
Dental.
You need to go to the dental school downtown. We got several of them in the city that will work on that.
Oh my
Right,
God.
right. Okay.
But no, I agree with you. I think that because I use this term, vibe killer, and I try not to be one. And I feel like there are people out there who, you'll go on a date, you guys are having a great time, you probably just came from a restaurant, you had some laughs, you're full. Now, for whatever reason, things are going so good. In their mind, it's like, this is too good to be true. I have to do something to mess this up. And I'm like, why?
Because they have their life on fleek.
Oh, God.
What?
I saw that.
You saw that post today?
That post right before I came in. So.
That word is so banned from the dinner table. Like, I
I'm
hate
sorry.
that word.
I'm trying to wrap my brain around the fact that you said that people feel like they have to mess it up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
say that because it's
Isn't
like,
that like a pessimist or
it's
something?
it's
like that?
right.
Yeah.
It's like their mentality is, this is too good to be true. And I don't know if it's even intentional, but they mess it up. And and I can kind of feed off that energy, and I stay away from people like that because my energy is the exact opposite.
But see, I've had that. I don't want to say I've had that energy, but I've had that thought. Like, wait, what's wrong with you? Why
Right.
is this? So now I'm a little bit. If you're just too perfect, it's like whoa.
No. If they're too, not necessarily the person. It's more like the vibe. Like, you know, maybe you're having this great time. I'm the kind of person, like I said, if we went to the movies, we had a great time. I'm not going home yet. I'm gonna be like, hey, you want to go grab something to drink real quick?
Right.
Now let's say we go grab something to drink at the bar. We're chilling at the bar. Maybe they say, oh, hey, last call, 11:30. Now it's 11:30, and we're like, hey, you want to go bowling? My thing is, I'm gonna keep the vibe going.
Is it that they're a pessimist or that they're damaged and not yet
I think a little bit.
worked through some of the things that happened? Because I've watched this situation where I'm a big TV person, so I'm going to throw references out too. Michelet, you know who she is.
The comedian? No.
I feel like that's a.
Nasty.
Michelet. Isn't that the
The
comedian
woman who
guy?
was married to Dr. Dre and then got with Suge Knight.
Oh.
Michelet's a
Michelet.
girl?
She's
Oh.
I feel like we have a DJ in St. Louis named
Michelet.
Oh, isn't that the home of the title?
You talking about Michelin?
Michelin?
Michelin? No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So anyway, Michelet was with Dr. Dre, and I know she recently just did an interview with Power, The Breakfast Club, and she talked about how when she was with Dr. Dre, he like broke her ribs, broke her nose. He like was very abusive.
Dr.
gave her-
Dre did?
Yeah, he
Like
gave
Beats
her,
by Dre.
Yeah, Beats by Dre. Like beats that ass. Yeah, Beats.
Really?
Gave her 5 black eyes. So she was in this relationship with Dr. Dre.
Has
She-
Dr. Dre ever commented on this?
No, because you know, at some point, people like your Jay-Z feel like they're so big they don't comment on things.
True,
it just
but
goes away.
like
This is a
also
big issue, though.
they're at a certain
Why?
level where people are always trying to damage their brand anyway. So I'm just saying, like
Maybe he doesn't feel like Sugar, but now I think
I
because she
feel-
went on the Breakfast Club, I think it may be a problem. I think
because I mean, there's always
he'll
three
have to
sides to a
address it.
story.
Right.
Yours, the other, and then the truth.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. So I think he'll have to address it now. But so she was with him, went through all that, and then she got with Suge Knight, and she complained. She tells a story how she used to beg Suge and question Suge on why he didn't beat her, because in her mind she correlated it with love. She couldn't believe this was going the way it was. And
How do you
things
have
were-
one relationship and it shapes your whole? I don't know.
Because it's
I'm
not
throwing
just
a
one.
flag on Michelin, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a flag on her and I'm calling her out. I think it's BS.
No, I don't think it's BS. There are
think
some
so.
women who don't think if you're not treating them a certain way that they're used to, they don't think it's love.
No, you're
Because
right.
they're
There are
so
people
blind
like that.
so
I
for
believe
her,
that, but it's
she
just like
felt-
one relationship.
No, but I don't think it was just one. I think this is a woman who probably had damage, that had several relationships, aren't good experiences, aren't good relationships.
Or it could even be her parents.
Yeah.
True. I mean, there's some validity, but I'm calling BS on 90% of it.
No, I believe in
I'm
it.
not gonna be on the fence today. I'm taking
Believe
a
in
side.
what? That
I believe that some people
I don't believe that Dr. Dre beat her
correlate.
like that.
You don't think she beat her?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't know what to think. I'm shocked. I'll tell you
I
that
mean,
much.
she said it on the show too, and yeah, I believe her.
I'll put it like this.
Shay Diggs beat me.
I don't.
I just said it on the show.
Shut up! But that's a big thing to put out there. No, that's a big thing to put out there where someone can sue you.
But-
bro.
But
Right,
okay,
but
but look
that's
at
the
Cosby.
thing.
They put the thing out there on
Exactly.
Cosby. That
Who
was
put it out there though?
it's women that a lot of people don't feel that he actually did the stuff
Right.
to. You know, Dr. Dre beating up a woman. That's hard to wrap my head around.
It's
That
almost like Ice Cube beating a woman. It's like Ice T.
no.
But why are we
Ice-T,
so? Why are we
right.
so? But we don't know these people.
But you know what else makes me think that that might not have happened? Because I feel like it would have been a bigger storm. It would have been a bigger
Well,
backlash.
well, she's a '90s singer from back in the day. This is a totally, completely different era than it is
Right, so
now.
now
She's not
she-
Rihanna.
So now
you know
she
what
says
I'm saying?
this. So now she has this story out in the media, and she drops an album, and so out of sympathy and support, people buy her album, and now she's made some money.
Well, and I don't think it would be out of sympathy and support. I believe in her. I mean, she's a great singer.
Does she
Probably
have?
one of the best singers. Like, I don't know if you know '90s music. She's probably one of the best singers.
Did she have any like pictures, proof, anything that she could actually
This is
say?
dangerous territory that with pictures prove. But battered women, most bad women don't report. We know that. Don't report when they're in bad relationships, or don't go tell.
never
If
filed
any
anything.
Women, I know it might not be hands down beat or walked away black guy, but maybe got pushed into the door or something like that. They don't go report that. You
Right.
know what I mean? There's
Right.
several cases of that's happened. So like I can't I wouldn't pass judgment on it because I know women don't really step forward and really say anything about it.
That's like, I don't know. Dr. Dre, huh?
Right.
But I mean, to bring this back to what we talked about, it was originally questioned about what you said, pessimist, and I said I
Right.
think it's more or less a damaged person. That's why I brought Michelle's story up. I think a damaged person has a hard time of seeing things for the better.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. I mean, it's baggage that they walk around with, and it's unfortunate.
Right.
And that's why, again, they are considered damaged. I do feel that since we did bring it up, the whole domestic violence, if, anyone's listening at any point, and you are in a situation, male, female, whatever, where you are being, abused or mistreated of some sort, here in Massachusetts, there's the Safe Link, and you can call 1-877-785-2020. Again, 1-877-785-2020.
Yes,
Get help.
please get help.
All right, so
That
I
was great.
kind of want to switch it up again a little bit.
Yes, let's do that.
Have you heard of the 5 love languages?
Oh, I don't know what they are, but I've heard. Isn't that like a book or like a?
I think so. I think
something
there's.
like that.
I've taken the test like numerous times, like in various parts of my life. I've also like purposely taken it.
Can we pull up the test somewhere?
Yeah.
Can we- I
So
wanna take it right
the
now.
website is www.5lovelanguages.com.
Okay, what is it supposed to tell?
So it tells you how people should love you, how you react to love. So the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Okay.
So words of affirmation is, this language uses words to affirm other people. So First Lady, if this was your love language, you enjoy people just telling you you're beautiful and I love you and yada yada yada. Acts of service, let's say we're married, and you're responsible for doing the laundry. Maybe I step in one day and do the laundry.
Right.
You find the acts of service like just to be super loud, like true, I love you, thank you.
Oh, I agree. I think that would be more me.
Yeah, and then receiving gifts is just kind of as it sounds. You get a
Right.
gift, and that equates to, oh, they love me.
Right. Thinking
Quality
about
time is just that.
Appreciation.
Right.
For me, I correlate it to appreciation.
See, I don't correlate gifts to appreciation.
Well, I'm talking about what we were just saying.
Okay, yeah,
That
yeah.
part,
Right,
I correlated all to appreciation. That's why I more it to like that.
right,
You can see something tangible.
right. And then the final one is physical touch. So you're very touchy-feely. Like,
Right.
you need to be touched and held and caressed and everything.
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna tell you. I know it might be weird because I'm a female. This whole concept of men, like I've had men. Oh, I just want to snuggle. I'm not that girl. Like, don't hit me.
You not the snuggle?
No, don't.
Because I have a snuggie.
No.
Like, real talk. And there are days I work from home and
Snuggle.
I
I'm sorry,
rock my
cuddle.
snuggie.
I like to cuddle. Like, you telling me you like to cuddle and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, I'm all the way turned off.
So even after like adult activities,
I mean, that's cool. That's
Is
cool.
that a
But
no
just like,
snuggle
oh,
time?
Can you come over so we can cuddle? I might block your number. Like,
Oh,
I'm like, that
no.
is just so.
Really?
Not, that is not what's up to me.
Really?
I mean,
So
that's bad that I
so-
probably equate that with not very masculine.
So let's say you're dating Malcolm. And Malcolm.
From Empire? Okay, I got it. I got the image. Go ahead.
Who's Malcolm?
I don't
Which one is
know.
that?
Empire, the security guard that
Oh,
cookies.
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I thought Malcolm in the Middle, but anyway,
No,
right.
no, Malcolm.
Malcolm
I'm
Butler.
So
Okay.
Malcolm's a strong black name.
Yes,
Right.
and that's
It's like,
strong black man. Go ahead. I got it.
so Malcolm calls you,
Mm.
and he's like, First Lady.
Yeah, don't
With
do
that same voice.
Don't
With that same voice now.
do that
This is
voice.
Malcolm.
Don't do that voice.
First Lady, I have some blue moon,
Oh, he's speaking to my soul.
I
Go
think
ahead.
she's already answered the
and
question.
I just wanted
Don't
to
even gotta
know
say no more. I'm coming over.
if you want to come over and snuggle or cuddle.
Oh.
That's gonna just turn off for you.
Yeah, because I just felt it right then and there.
Really?
Yeah.
Blue moon and cuddle. It's like up down.
Yeah, like the Blue Moon had me. You had me at the Blue Moon.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Like
I'm not gonna invite a woman over to my house to cuddle, but
exactly.
I mean, I would do it.
Yeah, I'm not a touchy feely. Like I like to like we're sitting there and like we're leaning on each other, laying on each other. Like to me, I like that. Like I had a guy one time. He thought it was cute to hold my hand as we walked down the street, like and crossing the street.
I thought
I didn't
females
like
like
I did
that.
too.
I didn't like it.
No? Was that too much PDA? Is that what that is?
But he was very like, oh, let me get that. And he was, I don't know.
So now it's almost. I feel like we
My
have to
brain's
shift
on
gears.
Fritz.
We have to start
Right.
leaning toward is chivalry dead in 2015?
No, because I do.
I feel confused now.
I know.
too.
I didn't mean to confuse you, but it's just.
I feel like what's the number for other women to call in? I feel like we need a second opinion. Let's
Well,
see.
I definitely want people
No,
to
because
call
it's
in
not
and
a
let us
second
know what
opinion.
they think.
About it, though. How many of you guys hear that concept of the nice guys always finish
last,
And
right.
that's the same thing of what I'm basically saying. Because basically what I'm talking about, like being turned off by things that should really be great things that I should like.
Right,
Right,
because I look at cuddling as a form of intimacy,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, but just don't hit me up or meet me talking about cuddling. Because I'm just going to think that's weird.
So don't. So should I be like, I got blue moon and I want to jump your bones?
I'm
Does
just
that
saying,
work?
I don't know what the, get some game with yourself. I don't know how to tell you how to do it. You know.
Maybe it needs a better name. Come over to see Duddle. I don't know.
Come over. The D.
All right, so okay. So we know the 5 love languages. What would you guys say your love language is?
Mine was that, I think, the second.
The gift or acts of service?
Acts of service. Not even a gift or acts of service, because acts of service is like, meeting up with a girlfriend for lunch and she's like, you know what, girl, I got this. You get what I'm saying? Like
True.
acts of service is something that just to show that, okay, she really, looks out, or, an intuitive to know when to hold your friend or someone down. That's
Right.
what I'm, yeah.
Yeah.
Acts of service is mine.
I'm actually gonna try and find the test. I'm gonna try and take the test
Yeah, I need to
live
take
on the
this
air.
test.
So what are the other acts? Because I don't know what.
So words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Man, mine would probably have to be 2. It'd probably have to be acts of service and quality time.
Okay, so another thing about the quality time thing, I know I'm different. Like I admit I'm different. Like I don't need you doing everything with me. Like, we don't need to be together 24/7.
No.
Right.
Like
right.
I just don't.
Right.
Right.
I want to be able to breathe.
Yeah, I gotta breathe.
But quality time is so. Because I don't want to feel like everything else is more important than me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to feel like, hey, baby, you want to hang out? No, I'm going to be with my homegirl today. I'm like, all right, well, what about tomorrow? No, tomorrow I'm going to be with my mom.
Right. If
what
I'm
about
not made
Friday?
a priority,
Then, right.
I have an issue with that.
Exit stage left. So I'm big on time because I'm a big believer in time is the most valuable thing you can give somebody.
Yes,
Exactly.
So
that's true.
when I see that you can make a sacrifice to spend time with me, that says a lot.
I think I'm a quality time, acts of service, and physical touch.
That
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. I think that one's more. I think that one shouldn't even be there because I think it's
The physical touch?
right because I think it's
No, because
kind
I
of.
don't like just normal people touching me. Like,
No, only
I
in
don't
like
like-
relationships
like-
though.
no, like, real
like we
talk,
can't
like-
go up to strangers and be like,
no, it happens to me so often. I promise.
You know
I
what
don't
it is?
know what it
You're a big
is.
guy, right?
Yes, and people
You know
have told
what?
me
And
that
it-
they're like, you look like a big teddy
Teddy
bear.
bear.
I'm
Right,
like,
they
okay.
just
I was
wanna
about
hug
say,
you.
you're a teddy bear, I like to be
like
touched.
random people just walk up and they just start touching, and I'm like, ladies, stop. Please. But, so
do you
to
tell
everyone
them to stop?
listening, no, I just don't know how. But if everyone in Boston, if you're listening, you see me on the T or anywhere, please don't touch me, okay?
you heard
Do
that?
not
Do not
Yeah,
touch
touching is
Dwayne.
really big.
Um,
My thing is my hair. People, are always complimenting my hair, and they just start to like have
Touch
that.
it.
Right.
Like, don't touch.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
It's like I feel like I should invite you, and people don't.
They don't wait for the
They don't wait
invitation.
for the
No,
invitation.
no.
They
They can
just
see a teddy
Debo.
bear. What the big
And it's
giggles if I
like-
touch it?
right? Yeah, and
You laugh.
I really seriously feel like that's what it is. Like,
Right.
I mean, we're
I'm not
talking
gonna lie to you.
all cultures. Like, just,
Right.
I'm
grab
not-
my hand. I'll have older women that'll just grab my hand. Sweet, blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
You know, as we were sitting here in the Zoom, you said you like, like.
Physical touch.
I
wanted to
really
touch
was
me?
gonna sit over here and touch him, and then he followed up with just not reading the people.
I have to get
I
that
just want to see if he giggles.
still-
I really thought he like. I thought he was like
I'm not a
sensitive to touch.
tickle me Elmo.
I see,
Okay.
I
I was just about to say
I
that.
just pictured him like rolling like.
And it's so funny because I was on Facebook today.
Like Santa Claus.
I was on Facebook today and I saw this guy. He was just going around touching guys with beards.
Oh, wow.
And so the whole video.
Oh, I
you
saw that.
And he's like,
Right.
I'm like,
And some guys were actually laughing, like,
right. And
I'm
just
like, dude,
and
where
it
your
made me
balls
think of
at?
two things. One, I would have punched him in the face.
Right.
And two, you remember Kevin Hart and the bum lip?
Oh, right.
You
Right, when it
because it's
lands
that's
on it.
my face. You know,
Yeah. And
people are
it's a
nasty.
big pet
How
peeve.
often have you been somewhere, you saw somebody like digging their nose or do something really
Right.
gross, and then you had to go and meet them like
Yeah.
right after, and it's like, I mean, I was at a job fair last week, and like every 5 seconds, I had the hand sanitizer out.
I'm telling
just-
you. Because people are
And
nasty.
I mean,
People
it's
are
cold
nasty.
season too.
Yeah.
For
It
those,
still is.
Yeah. I've been at a job where I'm using the stall. Nobody knew I'm in the stall, and they're in the next stall,
right,
and they get out the stall
and just leave out.
and just leave. And if a man is in the stall, you know what he's doing.
right.
To get out of there and just go
roll
back
out.
to work.
Do you look at their shoes?
Yeah, that's
Because
how
that's
you
what
know.
I do.
Yeah,
I look at their
That's
shoes
how
and
you
I'm
know.
like,
I'm like,
yep,
Jim?
Jim's nasty. won't be eating.
And it's funny we both
We're
said
not
Jim.
gonna have a
Right.
potluck and
No.
I'm not eating your food.
No.
Right.
No,
That's the
no,
other
First
thing
Lady
with-
is judging you though. Let me tell you what it is. I don't care. I'm gonna call it what it is. You're gonna get mad and I don't care. I'm in the bathroom and we washing our hands together and I'm sitting there taking the time to lather myself
Right.
on my hands to get it full clean. And you take 2 seconds and the water barely comes out the faucet and you already done.
Right.
I got a problem with you.
Right. Don't
Okay?
give me
You
that.
can get all the dirt and you ain't clean your hands properly. Like that shit to me is crazy. Like I can't even.
And that's why I switched up my DAP delivery. Like I don't do the
Right.
open palm.
The whole,
You know,
yep.
it's power to the people. It's fist
Exactly.
bump and keep it moving.
How about that? I was in Mattapan Square and this guy rolled by and he had a pair of plastic gloves on his hand.
Oh wow, he took it to the next
And I
level.
said, why you got them gloves on? Your hand. I said, I'm not gonna touch you because he wanted to like shake my hand. I said, I'm not touch you. You got gloves on. He said, I just know so many people through here, so I just put them on because I know everybody gonna want to dap me up or something. And I said, whoa.
He's a T driver because I've seen a lot of the T drivers with the gloves on, and I'm like, are you about to pull over and do surgery?
Right.
Like, you about to hop out on Forest Hills,
Right.
and just get to
Open
cutting
heart.
somebody up.
Right.
How about the weirdest story? I was in the bathroom one time and this lady comes in. She comes in, washes her hands. Okay, maybe she just came to wash her hands. She then goes use the bathroom and then she leaves out. She didn't take another stop at that sink. So she wanted her hands to be clean to wipe herself and then go out and spread that around.
But
Right.
what you can't say
That
is
is not spreading the love.
she didn't come in the bathroom and wash her hands.
Oh my gosh, that was nasty.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
This is what's made me like really
The world we
self-conscious.
live in.
Well, really, I'm really careful about where I'm eating at now. Like,
Yes.
there's a whole community of places I am not eating at right now. Sorry.
Do you want to shout those places out?
Nah.
We actually have a segment we're gonna be doing with
Where not
With
to
that.
eat?
kind of like, you know,
Yeah, the
the,
Phantom Gourmet.
similar,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, there's a whole group of people that I'm really.
I'm gonna need you
not
to text me
mess
the list just in case these are places that I
You
frequent.
go to.
with. No, this is bad. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying.
So did you guys see the thing I posted up today? Do you agree with this? I definitely agree with this.
Do you want us to read it?
Yes, go
Okay,
ahead.
so Shay posted, your boyfriend or girlfriend doesn't have to look better than your ex to be an upgrade. If they offer more and do better, then they're an upgrade.
Is that true, false?
Here's my comment.
Yes.
If that's your concern, you're not over your ex and you need to try and make something work out. Because, like, seriously, if you're already thinking of what can I do to make them jealous, obviously you still want them back.
Right. I see
Because
what you're
honestly, like, I don't really look at, oh, I'm with this person now.
Did it say
And-
make you jealous, or is it, or are they better than or better looking?
I don't even look. I think you just kind of know. If you were getting beat by someone and now you're not,
Yeah.
Right.
upgrade.
That's an
It's an
upgrade.
upgrade.
all-
Exactly.
and why does it matter? Like, why is your ex a factor? They're X for a reason.
And next for a reason. I mean, because I hear a lot where they say, but I hear it from men too, but the equivalent of an upgrade or the definition of a quote unquote upgrade is if the person looks better than your ex.
Well, that's because they're not grown up yet.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
they've not come to the full conclusion. It's not all about just
Looks,
that. It's about
right.
looks. So you can get a better looking girl. She can still be a downgrade.
And how often have
Please
you
believe.
seen a guy? I mean, let's look at Eric Benet and Halle Berry.
Right.
So where do you go from there?
Right.
So if this theory could be
Dang,
right,
man. You say his new wife may be like, I'll never see her. She's married yet.
oh, is she or is he?
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't listen to the show.
You just
Well,
told
I'm
her
sure
she ain't
everybody
shit.
must have said it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like you're no
I mean,
Halle.
she's keeping him now.
Right.
She got. Babe, stop cheating now. So
We don't
what is
know
she
that.
doing that Halle Berry ain't doing?
Probably taking it.
Right.
I mean, he was a sex addict, so he said he would have condition.
She's probably just willing to take it. Kind of like what's her name? Chris Brown's little thing.
Karuchi.
Karuchi.
I'm waiting to
Her
get
name
to
just
her.
sounds like a body part
It sounds like
that he
either a
likes to
body
frequently
part
visit.
or
Karuchi.
a disease.
In the same body part area.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
I have
man,
Karuchi in my
Karuchi.
Oh, you sounds like an STD. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
Right.
Like dog, you have to get that removed.
I'm telling you.
And even the procedure is a Karuchi.
It sounds itchy.
It does. It really does. It's
When I
like
hear it, I'm just like,
yeah, like
So, I mean, if we're gonna bring up Karuchi, so I did post
she
on.
was so ready for this.
Oh.
You said that before we even came on the air. She was talking about it.
Yeah. So
Educate me, please.
Karuchi. So she's having Ayana Van Sant Fix My Life coming on. I think next weekend. So Karuchi's been dating Chris Brown. She's the girlfriend after Rihanna. So she's immediately after Rihanna. Even she's the girlfriend when he even went back to Rihanna, and she stayed with him. So
when
he's
did he go back to Rihanna?
right before I think the last time he was like sentenced, and he got the probation and everything for the case. So Rihanna and him did get back together for a little bit. She stayed with him after he dogged her and left with her again. So she's just been the girlfriend that he's been able just to cheat on.
So what does she do? Give me her bio. Like what is she? Is she a singer? Is she?
She's a model now from the exposure. She's hosted 106 in Park when it was still on. She was actually the last person when the last guest
after
host.
Roxy?
Well, she was the guest that made that comment about Blue Ivy's hair on 106 in Park, in which they then
They need to
announced.
comb it.
Yeah, and they then announced the canceling of the show. That was Karuchi. She did it.
Was that because of Beyonce? Was Beyonce like, you gonna talk about my daughter? I'm gonna cancel your show.
I'm sure she has
Because
enough
she
power
has-
to.
Exactly. That's an Oprah move.
Right.
It's like,
Her and her husband have enough power to do
Right.
that.
And so
Easily.
that's what happened. They end up canceling 106 in
so
Park.
now she's a model.
Now
But
she's
she
a
didn't.
model. She hosted
She's also a
parties.
model because of
I don't even believe that.
yeah. because
Everybody's a model.
So
Well,
here's
she
the
got
thing.
it
She's,
for that company, Wilhelmina, whatever model agency
Yeah,
gave her.
Everybody's
I'm gonna
agency is
throw
Instagram.
her- I'm gonna throw her into the gold digger category.
She
Right.
gotta be a gold digger.
I think half of
You're
the
Karuchi. That's the new name. Hashtag you're Karuchi.
right by
How do we
definition.
spell this?
Karruca.
Okay, I'm done already.
Something
Like
that.
you've been Karuchi'd.
Right.
Kind of like
that.
Mozgov. Remember when you get dunked on? You got
Right.
Mozgov?
Yo.
That's
Tom-
embarrassing.
You remember Tomahawk?
Yes.
They're
Yo.
talking
yes.
foreign language to me right now. I don't know none of this stuff that they're talking about.
So Karuchi.
So Karuchi, that's her. I'm bringing up a picture so he can see. She's sitting on the couch with a young Vincent. So she's just been the girlfriend, that ride or die girlfriend that's been with him through all the cheating, all the Instagram chicks posting pictures of her band sleeping with him. Like she's just been there. He spazzes out on her and put out there how they have threesomes when he first got with her. How dare you act brand new? You know what it is. Like he just put her business out there. Like just like aired her out. Oh, you were in Toronto with Drake. being like made her look really foolish.
Right.
Gets back with him. Like she's just been that girl who just always came back. And so
She's a professional side chick.
well, she's the side chick that became the main chick, and
Who's main chick?
Chris Brown.
I highly doubt that that's his main chick.
Right.
She was. She was.
I think if we were to really examine Chris Brown's head inside, she is not in the main chick folder.
I think if we were to examine his head, we would see that he shouldn't be in any relationship. Right?
No, seriously.
No,
I really
no, no.
think
I agree
he
with
should
you.
Focus. He's very talented.
Very. He
And
really
I
is.
feel that that's where he should really focus his energy.
But he's really young, too.
But with him and Kanye
Yeah.
have the same problem. They got that.
Nope,
That
totally
both crazy.
different.
Him and who?
Kanye,
It's
Oh,
crazy. They both crazy.
that's different.
Kanye's crazy is like another.
It's not all that talented crazy.
Right.
Ooh.
I don't know
Like,
if
I
it's.
can't see where 20 years from now. So you know how like our parents, they're like, yo, you don't know good music because Run DMC, KRS-One, yada yada yada. You know,
Right.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Right.
I'm not gonna like when I'm a grandfather talk about that Kanye back in my day. Bro,
Right.
But
like,
you could
Right.
though. He could, if he didn't have all the craziness going on around, he was leading up
he-
to being that great.
He,
That's
when
what
he
I'm saying.
first started,
Yes.
Yeah.
he had
college dropout.
yes,
In
that
808?
album. If he continued down that
Yeah, exactly.
road,
If you continue.
he had the potential.
But now
to
I can't
be
even imagine
huge.
it because he's so crazy now.
Right, he took a
Yeah,
left
he-
at the
yeah,
fork
he's
and never
strange.
came back.
He's strange.
He really is. But you know, some of it's not his fault. But still,
Whose fault is it?
I just think that he's been put into. He's had to deal with circumstances that are really tough.
Are you talking about his mom?
That he's had to deal with that. Just, I mean, I think that's the biggest one. And then, you know, throw in. I hate talking with the whole Illuminati thing, but throw in, you know, you're running with Jay-Z here, and the whole is the biggest Illuminati guy in the game at this point.
I really think we should spend some time talking about that.
I don't even buy
That-
into it.
That's its own whole topic. Like that's
Right, that's a main course.
right. That's its
Okay,
own.
I'm sorry. I
thing.
just had to finish this thought about the Karuchi and why, because we were talking about relationships and why it pissed me
Oh, yeah.
off. So Chris Brown, she found out Chris Brown has this side baby, and she breaks up with him on Twitter. That's cool. She goes on Yana Vincent, and she's gonna be fixing her life with her, whatever. So I guess right now she's on vacation in the Bahamas somewhere, and she posting pictures of her behind. Like, just posting pictures with her friends. You know, you just take pictures with your girl. She's posting it on Instagram. So Chris Brown then thought it was his place to get on there and just tell her, don't let the anger, like, tell her how she's perfect, you're beautiful. Don't let the anger turn you into a thought. And I was just like, and I bring this up because I've had this situation where
See, now I
a
understand.
man has done something to me and then wants to turn around and tell you to be classy and behave a certain way.
Because that's not you.
'Cause
He's
that's not you.
So it's almost like, look, I'm a butthole.
Yeah, I mean, you're
I'm-
perfect.
I'm gonna be that.
yeah.
You're good. Stay there. Don't come over to my side. Don't. Look, so I actually respect Chris for that. He's just like, don't let all this take you out. Like, you have a shot now. Like, I got with you. I put you on.
Right.
Don't screw it up.
Right.
That's really what he was saying to her.
No, but
So don't become a thought,
it
because
just
then you're
wasn't
looking
his
like
place.
Portia Williams.
It's not his place.
Shout out to the Ricky Smiley Show.
I just felt like, and as a woman, I feel like it's not your place. Don't you
No,
tell me
I
anything
think
about me
I
after you did.
kind of give him a little bit of
I
respect.
don't. I just don't think it was his place to tell her, or you gotta tell me I'm perfect, but then you treat me like crap, and then tell me.
Yeah,
the
because
same.
that's
Because
I'm the
something.
butthole.
At the end of the day, something's not working. I'm not that perfect.
This goes back to like last week when we were talking about fathers and you know,
Right.
all that other stuff. So yeah, I was a bad father, you know, but I'm still in my son's life, so I'm gonna tell him what not to do.
Right.
That's kind of the same theory, you know.
I see what you're saying.
He's like, look, you don't have to go down this road and do what you see all these other folks doing. Just be who you are. You're a good
Right.
person. You're probably too good for me.
Yes, and I understand it just shouldn't have came from him. Because coming from him, it feels like manipulation. It doesn't.
He's
feel
not saying
good.
I want you back.
She broke up with him. So to me, it's just not. I wouldn't want to hear it come from him. Don't tell me I'm perfect after you shit on me and continue to dog me. That doesn't make sense to me. That's like your abuser telling you you're so perfect. And as they continue to hit you and beat you up and do all these terrible things to you, like I don't want to
Right.
hear that come out of your mouth.
Manipulation.
It's because it's manipulation.
I think that's a little bit of a stretch.
No,
I mean, I don't really know the whole dynamic of their relationship, but the black and white that I see of it is that I don't even think they should be together. Me personally,
Right.
I think
no,
that
you're right about that.
you know what I'm saying. I think that they're both very toxic for each other.
Why both?
Him, I think, I just like we said, like Dwayne said earlier. I think he needs to just be single right now. He needs to work on himself. He's been exposed to a lot of things that aren't right.
Right.
And now he's a father who wants to now move that woman and her other child and that child in the house with him.
But the things that he was exposed to that aren't right, he thinks they're right. So when you have somebody who has all these wrong principles, that's a very dangerous person because you're not only going to pass it off to now your child,
Yeah.
but add to that your star power,
Right.
all this money, the
Right.
amount of influence you have of all these wrong things that you believe in. No, he just needs to take the time to, because I mean, he made the attempt. He went to the that
Rehab.
program, the
Yeah.
rehab. Didn't
Yeah.
he break out of one or something
Probably
like
he
that?
left because he
He l-
broke his mother's
Something.
windshield. when she
Right.
came
But
to
he
visit
did the
'cause
same
got
thing.
mad.
Like he was at ABC, like Good
And-
Morning America,
And stormed,
and like broke a window.
broke a
there.
window. Right.
It's crazy.
But I mean, again, you know, it's almost like when you're in the league or something like that, you're not told, oh, all this is coming at you and this is how you should react and should respond. So I think he's a victim of his own success to some degree.
But
Oh, he is.
I just think for her, I mean, she's just not good for a good image as.
But let's talk about this. So imagine you're with this person and they bring out the best and the worst in you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
How does that work? Is that a healthy relationship?
No.
That's.
I
iffy.
know, right? Because it could go either way.
Because you say no.
I think
But
But
she
I'm
had
looking-
a little chuckle before. She took a little stroll down memory lane prior to that answer.
I'm looking at it like this. If the person brings out, if they're capable of bringing out the best in you,
Right.
I think just by default, it's kind of like if you have a coin, you have the heads and the tails.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think if they're capable of bringing out the best in you, it's going to be the other side as well.
And that's
You know
the
what I
scary
mean?
part on the reason why, for me, I'm so hesitant with like falling in love.
It comes with the territory.
Ultimate love is that person who can bring out that best in a person,
Right.
and it scares the shit out of me.
I mean, but you have, but you know that going in, you have to be, you're making
You have to
yourself
be vulnerable.
vulnerable.
And that's
Exactly.
exactly, and that's why I'm like, I
That's
don't
the
want.
scariest part.
That's the
It is.
scariest part is being vulnerable to
And
them.
I think that's like a power because it's just
It
like,
is.
you know, they
Superpower.
know how they can.
Push your button.
And I know this person. That's why I say it's not good because I know this person knows exactly how to do it.
But that's the thing. You have to make
I'm telling you
sure.
right now they could put a tweet right now, and I probably won't listen. Like they know exactly how to do it.
But that's the
what
thing.
I'm saying. Like,
But here's the thing.
I-
You gave that power to them. They
Right.
don't take it from you. You
Right.
give it. So you have to be particular in who you're. It's like walking to somebody and you have a pass that controls you, and you're handing it to somebody. So you got to be really
Careful.
smart and careful about who you're giving that.
I agree with
You know what I mean?
But then that calls for me like I'm always using my head. Then I feel like I don't use my heart that much when I'm learning, or because my mind is what's really controlling this.
You're right.
And I'm making mindful decisions about what's happening in this relationship and what's going on between them.
Right.
I don't know necessarily if I think my heart comes into play that much, where
Mhm.
I allow that vulnerability to happen and we ultimately go to that next place, but because my mind is the what's in
I feel like if you don't, you're not truly living.
If what?
If you don't just like open up and just let it go. You know, say, you know, I'm going to throw caution to the wind. What happens, happens. I'm going to give it my all. And just go with that. You have to.
So meaning you don't, it's not good to settle.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I learned something in couples therapy. And it was something I never thought of before. So for a very long time, and you know, any of my exes that are listening to this will tell you, like, yo, I would cut it off and just be like, forget it.
Yeah.
You know, 8 days in, 8 hours in.
Right.
Yo, I just gave you my number. You call it, and it's like AT&T's like, no, These numbers be
Have you changed your number that fast on
Oh
people?
my gosh.
I've done that.
I had
I've
a
done that before.
friend that went through all of my numbers. That
Oh, wow.
It was like a phone book. It was ridiculous.
Hmm.
Like different area codes. And
Right,
just-
right.
Anywho, the long and short is a relationship, the relationship, when you're telling someone, look, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I'm going to be with you, yada, 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 it's a long journey.
It is very long. That's
So it's
death,
like,
pretty much.
what goes on 2 months in, if they're trying to make changes and trying to get better, you kind of have to take that and just be
Mhm.
like, okay, let's pray that we don't have
But
the
2
same
months
issue
in,
2 years
should we
in.
already be at that point where we're
I'm talking 2 months in when you've decided this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
Mm.
Not 2 months in, I just learned your name and we just exchanged phone numbers
Oh, okay,
and we're
okay.
Facebook friends.
2
Yeah.
months into like a marriage.
But then,
something.
people-
or
no,
serious
even-
relationship.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then that's where I think people really don't understand when they really should be reading signs and taking them as signs and getting gone.
Mhm.
Like, because a lot of times, 2 months into a relationship and you've seen all types of craziness happen with you, some people really think, oh, I'm just supposed to stick it out, it'll get better. And I'm just like, well, really? What are you basing that on?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you haven't been with
Yeah.
that person that long for you to take that type of risk to continue
So to know
now.
that it will get
Yeah,
better.
like
Right.
you don't know them like that. Like, so I don't know. For me, it's like
I think it has a lot to do. I think it's a math equation because you have to factor in the age.
Mm-hmm.
You have to factor in how long you've known them, how long you've been with them.
Mhm.
You know, so I mean, it's not just very cut and dry. Matters of the heart never are. It's not logical. That's what I've had to kind of learn.
And then that's why I just said to you. That's why I said I try not to let the heart get too much in that. 'Cause
But then you end up like Mary Jane. You watch that show?
no.
I haven't watched it.
But she
I
seems like
gotta
she lets her
watch it.
heart
I
get
wanna
into
watch it.
everything.
No.
She falls in love as the side chick.
No, she's in love with this David guy, and she's just trying to fight it, and she's still trying to fight it. It's crazy.
Sounds
But
like
where's
somebody I
David
know in
at?
real
Like,
life.
where's he at?
Oh, you know, you gotta watch the show. You really have.
Is he
to.
married?
No, but he does have a baby on the way with another woman.
Wait, is this a show or her real life?
No, this is a
Show.
show.
Called
Being
Ma-
married-
with Gabrielle Union.
Yeah, no, it's based on Gabrielle Union.
Real life.
Is it? Wait.
Because
so
her real
is
life
that
is like that.
the
Yes.
dynamic. You know what? I feel that.
Because
Like,
Dwayne Wade had a baby.
here's the thing. I was in love with Gabrielle Union when she was Deliver Us from Evil.
Oh yeah, she was a
She was
female
a beast.
dog.
She
Right.
was just-
She was.
The
Mm,
main
I was-
portion of the show.
she
as
was a
female sitting
ruling.
here.
I mean,
I'm sitting
well,
with these men
she
and
was very.
salivating.
I feel that we need a commercial break.
I'm sitting here.
Let's
just salivating
gather
about
ourselves.
what-
Play a drop. No,
Yes.
but seriously, you know, I was in love with her at that time, and now it's just I kind of lost a little bit of respect for her.
Oh, I've been
Because of the
lost it.
Dwayne Wade thing.
No, I saw
Mine was
Dwayne
that-
Wade at a show, like a some type of award show,
Mm-hmm.
and he had on capris and some type of fancy loafers with no socks, and his pants were like super tight.
Wow.
And I was just like, there's no way a black woman should ever let some man that she's with
I think
go
that's
out
his.
looking like that.
He feels himself to be fashion forward. I mean, the Dwayne Wade. I forgot, and I wish I really remembered where there is another NBA wife who has stepped forward and said she ain't nothing but a skeezer because she was down low texting her husband,
Who was?
Gabrielle
Was
Union.
texting whose husband? Oh,
It
the
was
lady's husband?
another player. So she's been known to be that
side chick.
side chick. So.
Wow, that's
so-
interesting.
I mean, like you said, Dwayne was married when he met and started messing with Gabrielle. So he had a break baby, which is the new thing nowadays.
Is that
You have a break baby, we just done. Like we're done.
I'm kind of torn between that
I don't
one.
really. I don't.
What's
I
a
don't
break
judge
baby?
someone.
Because you're still trying to get at me. So
I don't judge
how could
someone.
you mean what you're saying to me?
I can't really. This might sound messed up to females, but I think dudes are gonna understand and relate to this. I can't really knock Dwayne on that. This is why though, because if we're on a break, right? A break is a break. A break
Right.
is not
When you're on break at work, you don't take a call.
right. You're not. Nobody can tell you to come here and do work.
Did you just hold up?
Wait, did you hear that? Did you hear
Right.
that? Right.
Right.
Yeah.
What's popping?
Did you just compare break at work.
A
to
break
him
is a
taking
break.
A break is a break.
A break is a break.
Hey, I'm
and
gonna take
not
a break
putting a condom on
right this
while he
second.
How do you know?
sleeps
But how do you
with
know
a
he didn't put a
random
condom on?
chick.
How do you know he didn't break?
I'm gonna take a break right now and not answer this question.
Is that what you just compared? This too? Is that what you just
I'm just saying.
But we don't know the dynamic of what that activity. He could have used protection.
broken.
It could have broke.
Oh, okay. So, Ludacris too?
Yep.
Hey, it happens.
No.
I mean, these are
sorry.
stars. Women throw themselves at these guys.
So they should put two on.
They could be using
They
one
should
that
put
you
two
know the
on.
girl could have done it. Girl could have trapped
Actually,
So
him.
that was I'm sorry.
Girls trap
Actually,
these guys
in
a
being-
lot.
You guys shouldn't
in
be putting
being
any
Mary
condom on
Jane-
female puts. If you
One
worth
second. In
that
being
much
Mary,
money,
in being Mary Jane,
Mm-hmm.
she actually stole the baby batter from
I'm sorry. You
David.
just, like
baby
cake batter? You just call
Right.
it
Baby
baby
batter.
batter?
PG
Yes.
show, family friendly.
Baby batter.
But the baby
Baby
batter,
batter.
right?
She
The baby
stole
juice.
the baby batter
Oh my God.
from David.
How did she steal
well,
that?
she-
Did she
'cause he
use-
was
did she
just
take a
like-
used product.
Yes. Like afterwards,
Wow.
he was looking around like, I can't find the
Right, the
condom.
product. Right.
And she was like, oh, I took care of it. And she had taken a turkey baster and taken the baby batter out of it and put it in a jar and then put it in baking soda and put it in her refrigerator. And she admitted on the show that she stole his baby batter.
That is crazy. I would. I'm
Man.
sorry. I'm not gonna watch this show.
You should watch it.
This show is crazy. And then now she got the precious looking sister who having all the kids.
Right.
Like I'm just not here for
And they
it.
go at it because she's just like, because Mary Jane feels that her life is perfect and her niecey, is everything but. And so it's just like,
Oh,
yeah.
that was her sister. That's her niece.
Yeah. It's her brother who's addicted to cocaine or something who was in jail. It's his daughter.
Fix it, Jesus.
Right. Take the wheel.
What's the whole show? Should just
This-
be like
The show is just, you don't need any drama in your life if you watch the show.
I've never I just all I heard is her just like side chickish, which is kind of I feel like kind of like a
I don't
hypocrite
know.
because I watch Scandal and I like Scandal and that ain't nothing but a side chick. Like
I
so-
think that's an arrangement and an understanding. I don't think it's the side chick anymore.
what Scandal?
Yeah, I think Olivia is now an understanding and an arrangement.
Okay, I mean it didn't start off like that.
No, not at all. But she's upgraded now.
Okay, where the wife is okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Cause she knows like the dynamic.
that's crazy. I mean, talking about shows. I mean, did you guys watch Empire this week? 2 hours. Record breaking.
I did watch.
Record
Empire.
breaking 16 million views. That's amazing. Like
He's
they haven't
not
seen
dying.
these numbers, huh?
He's not dying.
He's not dying. Oh my gosh, it really is a soap opera, but I'm just like here for it because it is just juicy. Boo Boo Kitty and Cookie fighting.
Right.
That was.
I like the memes after that. I saw. A few
Oh,
online that were
Facebook was
hilarious.
Empire Part 2.
I
Like,
tell you,
I could
took
have
part-
watched the
I hit-
show
I hit
on
Twitter.
Facebook.
I hit Twitter because I was complaining. It was like, first of all, and this is a public service announcement. If it's moments before Empire, do not go to Chipotle and have 6 orders. Okay, that's just ridiculous.
right.
But they were getting their Empire
That's crazy.
What do you mean? I understand they went to.
Chipotle.
Who did?
This couple that was in front of me, because I was there to get my Empire.
And they got 6 orders.
They had 6 orders. Yeah.
Oh, I
having-
know you were looking
They were
at
probably
them
having
like,
an Empire party because a
"Ooh."
few people did.
No, she was just like, I don't have time to cook dinner, so I had to do this.
Oh yeah, they were Empire parties.
They were Empire parties, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love what
So
they've
is
been
this
able
was
to
this
do.
a season finale?
That was a season
Yeah,
finale.
I think it was.
So when does it come back?
They haven't
in the fall or
announced.
something.
Yeah, they haven't announced.
We
when
should
it's
throw
coming
like a watch party.
Yes, a few people did for the season
We
finale.
should throw a watch party for the new show.
back. I mean, do you guys watch Power?
I do.
I need to get stars.
You know what is so funny about talking about Power and back with Empire because you see that commercial they ran. It's like what's going on with our community, right? You know, the little phrase topic where there has to be hostility between 2 shows, or that this feeling like these 2 shows can't be great, or you can't equally like both shows and support it.
Drama.
And
Right.
it's crazy because I feel like that's
what goes
manifests
on.
it down between relationships where people don't know how to be happy for the next man, don't
Right.
know how
Right.
to want to push someone ahead, or always trying to pull people down. Like it's
Mhm.
just kind of crazy. I just like it's on that grand scale that we see it happening. You know, two shows where these people are getting paid. Right? There's no reason to hate on it.
Right.
And there's room and there's money out here for everybody.
But that's unfortunately it's what we live in.
Exactly, and I think media, especially, they profit off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if there's drama, then there's something to report,
to talk about.
And now, ratings, and that's what it's really all about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like it's not surprising.
And that's surprising at
But
all.
I say we support it. I say we
I say
support
support.
both shows. We support all of our shows. We need to support our indie artists that are out there as well.
Right.
We need to take control of our community and support our artists. We were talking about that last night at the studio.
Right. Right.
Just looking at things that the station can do, what we can do with our platform to help other artists. So that's really what it comes back down to. And I think that kind of leads us to what we were talking about earlier, the new black. I mean, it's still part of relationships and everything like that, but the new black.
The new black is Raven Simone.
What's that all
Oh my
about?
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like we should take a quick commercial break, play a tune, and then come back just to talk about it because she is.
You think she's doing it to be controversial?
I hope not.
I mean, because she did
'Cause I
have
don't
that
think she's
Oprah
that
sit
smart.
down. Ooh, she did have that Oprah sit down where she says she doesn't see color. She sees herself as colorless or something, she says.
Well, she is kind of colorless. The light hits her just right. Like, I'm going in today. Like, what's
Today's the day. Speaking of going in, so let's go into this quick little break, and then we're going to come back. I actually have something that I want to bring up that I want you guys to answer.
Okay.
I definitely want to hear your answer to it.
Oh, gosh.
But it's going to come back to the relationship thing. But so we'll be back, folks. Don't miss us. We might
Too
miss you.
much.
No, we won't miss you. But 617-419-6737.
Tiffany, yes, if you're listening, be sure to call in. She does have a thing where she like listens afterwards or whatever. So I'm not sure if she's listening live. I'm gonna text her, but 617-419-6737.
Yes.
Call in. Tell us what you want us to talk about.
We want to hear from you.
Call me.
Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. If you want food for thought and can take it with a grain of salt, tune into the dinner table every Sunday at 7:30 on StepUpRadio105.com. You heard? Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. Here at the dinner table, online radio, you don't need cable. Log on to the site from your computer at home. We'll take a song and don't upload the app to your phone. Step Up Radio 105.com. We keep it live with the shows, the hottest songs. Dishing up topics, call it food for thought. Take it with a grain of salt, it's usually hot. Caribbean, American, and African flavor. Food so good, you can share it with your neighbor. Call us calling and recommend you do. Share a little taste of your opinions too. Serve up everything from religion to sports, relationship issues and news reports, entertainment and awareness, all healthy and nutritious. It's food for thought. You do the dishes.
What's up, people? You don't know we got it locked in, man. Step Up Radio 105.
Grab your family, let's break bread. Tune in live right now. StepUpRadio105.com for the dinner table.
Follow us on all social media, Facebook, Step Up Radio, Instagram, Step Up Radio, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Step Up Radio 105. Check us out, man. We got everything up there, man. You know what I mean? You can go back to the shows. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that log on, man. If you ain't logging on, man, what you doing? You're wasting your time, yo.
If you didn't know, you're tuned in live. StepUpRadio105.com. This is your boy Dwayne from the dinner table.
Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. If you want food for thought and can take it with a grain of salt, tune into the dinner table every Sunday at 7:30 on StepUpRadio105.com. You heard? Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. Here at the dinner table, online radio, you don't need cable. Log on to the site from your computer at home. We'll take a song and don't upload the app to your phone. Step Up Radio 105.com. We keep it live with the shows, the hottest songs. Dishing up topics, call it food for thought. Take it with a grain of salt, it's usually hot. Caribbean, American, and African flavor. Food so good, you can share it with your neighbor. Callers calling and recommend you do. Share a little taste of your opinions too. Serve up everything from religion to sports, relationship issues and news reports, entertainment and awareness, all healthy and nutritious. It's food for thought. You do the dishes.
What's up, people? You don't know we got it locked in, man. Step up Radio 105.
Grab your family, let's break bread. Tune in live right now. StepUpRadio105.com for the dinner table.
Follow us on all social media, Facebook, Step Up Radio, Instagram, Step Up Radio, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Step Up Radio 105. Check us out, man. We got everything up there, man. You know what I mean? Can go back to the shows. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you log on, man. If you ain't logging on, man, what you doing? You're wasting your time, yo.
If you didn't know, you're tuned in live. StepUpRadio105.com. This is your boy Dwayne from the dinner table.
Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. If you want food for thought and can take it with a grain of salt, tune into the dinner table every Sunday at 7:30 on StepUpRadio105.com. You heard? Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. Here at the dinner table, online radio, you don't need cable. Log on to the site from your computer at home. We'll take a song, we don't upload the app to your phone. Step Up Radio 105.com. We keep it live with the shows, the hottest songs. Dishing up topics, call it food for thought. Take it with a grain of salt, it's usually hot. Caribbean, American, and African flavor. Food so good, you can share it with your neighbor. Callers calling and recommend you do. Share a little taste of your opinions too. Serve up everything from religion to sports, relationship issues and news reports, entertainment and awareness, all healthy and nutritious. It's food for thought. You do the dishes.
What's up, people? You don't know we got it locked in, man. Step Up Radio 105.
Grab your family, let's break bread. Tune in live right now. StepUpRadio105.com for the dinner table.
Follow us on all social media, Facebook, Step Up Radio, Instagram, Step Up Radio, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Step Up Radio 105. Check us out, man. We got everything up there, man. You know what I mean? Can go back to the shows. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you log on, man. If you ain't logging on, man, what you doing? You're wasting your time, yo.
If you didn't know, you're tuned in live. StepUpRadio105.com. This is your boy Dwayne from the dinner table.
Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. If you want food for thought and can take it with a grain of salt, tune into the dinner table every Sunday at 7:30 on StepUpRadio105.com. You heard? Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. Here at the dinner table, online radio, you don't need cable. Log on to the site from your computer at home. We'll take a song, we don't upload the app to your phone. Step Up Radio 105.com. We keep it live with the shows, the hottest songs. Dishing up topics, call it food for thought. Take it with a grain of salt, it's usually hot. Caribbean, American, and African flavor. Food so good, you can share it with your neighbor. Callers calling and recommend you do. Share a little taste of your opinions too. Serve up everything from religion to sports, relationship issues and news reports, entertainment and awareness, all healthy and nutritious. It's food for thought. You do the dishes.
What's up, people? You don't know we got it locked in, man. Step Up Radio 105.
Grab your family, let's break bread. Tune in live right now. StepUpRadio105.com for the dinner table.
Follow us on all social media, Facebook, Step Up Radio, Instagram, Step Up Radio, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Step Up Radio 105. Check us out, man. We got everything up there, man. You know what I mean? Can go back to the shows. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you log on, man. If you ain't logging on, man, what you doing? You're wasting your time, yo.
If you didn't know, you're tuned in live. StepUpRadio105.com. This is your boy Dwayne from the dinner table.
Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. If you want food for thought and can take it with a grain of salt, tune into the dinner table every Sunday at 7:30 on StepUpRadio105.com. You heard? Yo, it's your boy Shay Diggs. Here at the dinner table, online radio, you don't need cable. Log on to the site from your computer at home. We'll take a song and don't upload the app to your phone. Step Up Radio 105.com. We keep it live with the shows, the hottest songs. Dishing up topics, call it food for thought. Take it with a grain of salt, it's usually hot. Caribbean, American, and African flavor. Food so good, you can share it with your neighbor. Call us calling and we recommend you do. Share a little taste of your opinions too. Serve up everything from religion to sports, relationship issues and news reports, entertainment and awareness, all healthy and nutritious. It's food for thought. You do the dishes.
What's up, people? You don't know we got it locked in, man. Step Up Radio 105.
Grab your family, let's break bread. Tune in live right now. StepUpRadio105.com for the dinner table.
Follow us on all social media, Facebook, Step Up Radio, Instagram, Step Up Radio, and Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Step Up Radio 105. Check us out, man. We got everything up there, man. You know what I mean? You can go back to the shows. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you log on, man. If you ain't logging on, man, what you doing? You're wasting your time, y'all.
If you didn't know, you're tuned in live. StepUpRadio105.com. This is your boy Dwayne from the dinner table.
Unless I want to
So,
go to police. It's just not going to be because you can't afford to take me. I don't.
Shout out to all my ladies
My
out
mama
there
raised me right. I
that
got the most
enjoy
important, expensive.
Chipotle.
Yes.
You know, I got the priceless thing. You know, Chipotle.
We got some
To
good
all my
stuff
ladies
going on
out
right
there that like Chipotle, I'll meet you there, and you can get guacamole.
now. He said
Yo,
guacamole.
that's $2.19 extra.
That's like getting cheese at McDonald's.
Exactly.
Y'all, ladies, y'all don't need no Chipotle. You can buy your own Chipotle. Make them do a little something extra. You
So-
worth it.
I just gave you guac.
Right. So
Okay.
wait, so we have this topic right now that's fresh, and this is I'm gonna put it out there.
I feel like we should skip the first two.
The first part,
Yeah,
right.
and let's go. Let's pick up. Yes.
So please, I want to get people's feedback. This is so important, folks. If you're listening, please call in and let us know what you think about what we're about to bring up, because this is sensitive.
And this is real life. This
It
is
is.
real life with the economic issues that we have.
Yes,
this is
and
like,
dating
this
I
issues.
is-
work too
This
hard.
this is real life. So if you're calling in, the number is area code
Settle.
617-419-6737. Again,
I work
Yep.
too hard.
617-419-6737. If you've recently gone on a date with First Lady, please call in.
Right.
You will get right through.
Oh,
No
y'all see
busy
how
signal
Dwayne want?
for
Y'all look. Y'all see how Dwayne want to? Y'all see how Dwayne want to bring up my business? Okay, I'm just saying.
That's a touche from
Oh,
earlier with the
I know,
housewives
right,
thing, right?
exactly.
And you see what
Exactly. We're even
Dwayne?
now. We're even.
But wait, so let's put the question out there. So this is what it is. Whose responsibility is it to pick up the bill on a first date?
A man's responsibility.
Now I'm so against that.
I bet you are.
Because here's the thing. Because that just means that we're going to get set up each and every time.
Exactly.
Because a girl can easily say, you know what, Shay?
Not
I
with-
want to go to Top of the Hub. I'm like, well, then go.
Exactly.
I'm not.
It's
what do you
open.
need? It's open. I don't own it.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and throw this out there. Even with the picking up of the bill, is it rude? So recently I've gone out and I've had a couple of bad experiences at some nice restaurants, and I've called and voiced my displeasure
Yeah.
with my service. So I've gotten some gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
Is it wrong if First Lady and I were going out on our first date and I was just like, oh yeah, I got a gift certificate. Boom.
No,
What?
I'm only
There's
about to save it.
nothing wrong with
I'm
that.
not
But
about-
you
I'm
know
not
that there
wrong.
are some ladies out there.
No, I'm all about
I just
the
got that
coin,
new
saving the
I just
coin.
got that new BJ's membership, and you know they give you that $50 restaurant. That's the most complicated thing Also, by the way, like, I still don't really understand how and when I can use it, but whatever. So, you know, it's like some women are just like, that's rude.
No,
that's
I'm all about
tacky
saving a coin.
to use a gift card on a first date.
I know, I'm all about saving a coin. I ain't have nothing to do with first date. If
Because
we
she
go
was
to the
knocking
movies,
Chipotle earlier.
no,
so.
that's not. If we're going to the movies. Let's go to the kiosk, get these child tickets. Like, I'm down. Like, let's save a little bit of coins so we can.
But
I
you
do
know
it
what?
all the time.
I just find it's funny because it's like you have the women who will expect a man to cover the bill.
Here's my thing: if you call me and you ask me out,
Oh, you
you better double
be
check.
ready to
You better download the app for your bank.
Real talk.
Make sure you got that
No.
money.
Real talk, because I'm not
'Cause
gonna pay for your
I
meal.
will pay for my meal and walk out.
Why?
Right,
Why-
because I didn't ask you out.
Right. It's your
Oh wow,
responsibility.
that's crazy.
That's the thing. If we go out, if it's like a mutual thing, right? Because I'm very big. Put it like this: women have already put themselves in that position. We're in an independent woman
Right.
era. We didn't start that. Men did not
What
start
is that song? I'm a survivor.
Right.
No, wrong song.
I'm a single ladies. So, and what's the other one?
Independent.
I-E-N-D. No, how does it go?
No,
All
that's
the
not-
ladies in the
I-N-D.
building,
Yeah,
throw
so
your hands up.
yeah.
Yep, so yeah,
whatever.
so while you throw your hands up,
Right.
download that app.
Right. But real
No,
talk.
I don't care if I do invite you. How you gonna come out and then order more than me and then like what? Whoa,
that's
and
the
then
other
not
thing.
want to pay?
That's the other thing.
Like,
Don't
for
go
real?
out on a date, and this is just good common sense.
No, it is.
Don't go out and order lobster at a restaurant
that's
that
tacky.
you wouldn't order lobster at for yourself.
Right.
I think that's tacky. I
That's
agree with
so.
you.
I'm not gonna lie. So I got caught up
Mm-hmm.
once,
Uh-huh.
the first time that I lived here,
Yeah.
and knew nothing about legal seafood,
Mm.
and went on a date, and this was like a girl that I really liked. You
Right.
know?
I mean, the key you gotta go through lunchtime. That 12 to 3.
Yeah, it was like $112.
Yeah, it was like
You gotta go through the lunchtime.
$112 that we spent. And like at that time, it was like, you know, I was in school, and that was my
Right.
that was my lunch money for the week,
right.
and I was mad. Like
Mm.
You know, you didn't see the prices on the menu though.
I didn't know anything.
I don't think
about
they
it
put prices on the menu.
beforehand.
They
I
do.
don't know how. You know how you just get caught up. It's like, yeah, you look, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna take
Get
the
this.
clam chowder.
Right.
yada yada.
Like
and then
order
it's
what
like,
you want to order.
right? You know.
Yeah.
So, fellas, be careful.
Very careful.
She was
And-
a trickster. She suggested that place.
Yes, because
Oh,
I
you
knew
see?
nothing about it.
She
Like
probably, how many times she ain't never been there before, has she?
No,
She prob-
she's
no,
been
she-
there before.
yeah, like-
she probably knew exactly what she was going to do. They probably was like, oh, you're getting
Exactly.
the same thing usual.
Right. Oh, it's you again.
Hey, you're
like
back.
your booth is
Right.
ready.
I'm sorry, I got a quick story. I got a homeboy, right? You got a scheming girl.
Uh-huh.
And she take her booze to the same clothing places and bag places she likes to go to all the time and have them put stuff on her layaway, put money on her layaway.
Mm-hmm.
That the people in the store know who she is and know the signs that they got it all worked out. Like, it's
Wow.
crazy. She'll have a dude put $200
What's
on
her
a
name?
$1,500
Right.
bag.
You need to text
what's
me
her
her
name?
name so I know who to stay away.
It's going down out here. The hustle is okay. So you know what? We're talking in general. I've had a recent experience.
Mhm.
So in
617-41.
419
6737.
so y'all hear me talk about I like the Ashmont Grill.
Uh-huh.
Right.
So that's my place in Ashmont. That's where you can find me at. So I invited a friend down to come because we had not met yet.
Mm-hmm.
Been kicking it, talking on the phone for a while. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm off and I'm going here. So, come meet me here.
Right.
Because his version of us meeting up is him, me coming to the apartment
Mm-hmm.
and chilling and watching movies. And we already talked about, like, what are some of the things that you have in place to, like, for me, like, that whole coming to your house and, like off bat, like, for, just starting off. It's not something I'm going to do.
But it's also not just starting off, especially if you guys have talked on the phone for quite some time.
But that's always been the reason, the only thing that he's ever wanted to do, and that's the reason why, like, the meeting
We're gonna,
has taken off.
by the end of this story, we'll know why.
So, whatever, he comes out, he orders his food, and he had been to this place before, so to me, he already knows. In the midst of our conversation, we just start talking about life and stuff.
Can you tell us what he ordered?
He had ordered,
I haven't been to Ashmont Grill, so
he had ordered their, like, they have, like, you do really big juicy burgers.
Okay.
And with bacon.
Okay.
The burger and the bacon itself came up to like $18.
Okay. And again, for my folks that are listening in St. Louis, she did say 18.
1-8.
Right, because we know we can go to churches.
Right. We can go right there to Five Guys.
He had like 4 Coors Lights, and that had came up to like another 16.
Yeah, because the beer is like what, $5 a piece?
Well,
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
No, 4.
He had 4, or he ordered you had 2.
He had 4.
2.
So that's like $20 right there. That's
That's
20
more
bucks
than
in-
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the bill came, and he was
What
like,
did you have?
I had this sweet potato bacon soup,
Okay.
and then I had like their lunch. They had like this salmon on salad, so there was like discounts. So I'm like, my bill was like way less
Right.
than his, and I
Your,
had
your
2
whole
beers.
thing was like $22.
Yeah, I had 2
Right.
beers, and my whole thing was like way less than his.
Right.
Right.
Bill comes out because it's $69, and he was like, "Oh, you invited me out. You should go ahead and take care of that." And then was like, "Oh, you know, kind of like, oh, I got my phone bill to take care of and stuff like that."
He started going in on that.
Yeah, like a little bit, but not too much, not too heavy. And I was like, "No, that's why I usually don't pay for nothing. Like, I'm straight up, like, not first time. Nah, I don't mind taking a guy out. You know, we go out for a little bit. I'll take you out. I don't care. I don't mind doing
You
that."
did take him out though, because you called him up.
Hey,
I don't mind
it is
taking
what it
you
is.
out after, like, we've been
'Cause
going
wait,
out for a
didn't
little
she
bit.
invite us to Ashmont Grill?
Mm-mm.
Did you invite?
Didn't
And
she?
let y'all show up
Didn't
thinking
she?
that is on
I'm not even
first
bringing my wallet.
lady. Well, bring your checkbook.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm
They still
not
give us
bringing-
checks.
I'm not bringing nothing.
I mean, long story straight, it was a
Like, I
bigger.
got a
It was
college ID.
Right.
it was bigger than to me than the price on there because in the midst of us talking, like, you got 3 kids, 3 different baby mamas, and I gotta think of my future and what I want. And I'm not trying to be on no gold digger stuff, but at the same time, that's a lot of money going out the door to somebody else's household.
Right,
Do you get what
right.
I'm saying? So if you already complaining about a $69 tab, first lady ain't cheap.
So here's my play by play.
Mhm.
Okay.
This
First of
fool.
all, first lady
fool.
called him. That's number one. Now,
Mhm.
in all fairness, though, and I
Right.
think we said this maybe off the air, on the air,
Mhm.
don't go somewhere and order something that you wouldn't normally order and pay for yourself. That
Right.
is rude.
It is.
Now, also in his defense, he does have 3 kids. He does
Mhm.
have, a lot. So he probably can only afford to be like, look, come to the house and chill and kick it, you know?
Mhm.
Not
And if
what I'm
that
looking
is-
for.
and
And
if
why
that
not
is the
respect my
case-
honesty? We just talked about honesty, about how people present. That my honesty
Well,
is.
we already know that, I told you, I sent my representative each and every time. So
But the
I
honesty.
hear that, but I'm still going to
The
lie to you.
honesty
Right.
is-
No, I hear you.
The honesty with me is, though, I'm not like, oh, it's okay. Like, I'm not giving you that. I'm letting you know. That's not gonna
No.
work.
But
So-
it doesn't sound like he was explaining the reasons of why he wanted you
Well,
to come to his house.
Exactly. Which,
initially
which,
anyway.
which, let's face it, most guys wouldn't.
Right.
In all honesty, they wouldn't be like, yo, I can't afford to do this. Like, it's a little
right,
tough.
Right.
But at the same time, if that is the case,
Mhm.
I would have been looking for that $9.99 salad.
That's right.
I would have, hey,
That three
Shay,
for $9.99 thing, the appetizer,
something,
entree, and
something like, or the whole lot. You know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna have something to drink.
But we.
I actually ate before I got here.
Right.
But we've
Why
always
throw
talked
something
about
out there?
black women wanting praise for making bad decisions, right?
Mhm.
And so, in putting himself in a position to not be doing well, or just bad decisions. To me, we talked about we talked about black women wanting praise. I'm messing with a dude who has 3 kids,
Mhm.
already struggling with a $69 bill.
Mhm.
Let's say I stay with him, get another kid by him, and then I'm struggling.
Right.
What did I not see beforehand before I got myself in a situation
Very true.
that I now am walking around saying I'm a strong single black mother?
Right.
I mean, fair enough, but I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't really like a $69 bill.
You mean too
Personally.
much?
Yeah, I'm just like, yo, that's
for a first date.
just period.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, you know how many $5 footlongs that is?
I believe Dwayne, you are not gonna sit up and tell me because I don't believe you're cheap like that.
No, I mean I will do it, but I'm just saying, like,
Right.
Really?
yeah.
I mean, truth be
I
told,
go to Cheesecake Factory and get chicken strips. But it's only because they're really good. If you
Mhm.
haven't had it, don't judge me.
Cheesecake.
Don't hit me up on Facebook. I will
I'm just
block
saying, I
you
just tied
and get
it
on
in-
the air and talk about you.
I just tie it into the bigger picture of things. That was it for me. And,
Yeah, I mean,
and
I
I gotta
don't-
be true for who I am, like, you know, what I like and what I
Right,
want
right.
and stuff like that. So that's why
I think
tied it.
I do think you have to be mindful though.
I mean, we already
That's
talked about the
that's
wedding
little
ring thing a little bit last week before we left the air.
Right.
About if I would take, you
5
know,
carats versus.
if I would take the cloudy carat wedding ring, and
It's
you know.
like a G.
No,
yeah,
I mean, you just gotta be. I think you have to be realistic about who you are and what you want. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to marry me, and then I'm like, I want this, I want that,
Right.
you know what I mean? And I'm like totally like different than what you meant. Like
So what happened at the end of the story? Who paid the bill?
I paid for half of it.
That's how it should be.
Thank you.
Like real talk. I've been waiting to say
I
that.
wouldn't have paid the whole half because I would have paid my half.
I would exactly. I
Like,
would
I
not have
would've
paid,
paid
the
my
girl.
proportion- my
I would have paid
portion.
my half. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
So you paid half of $70.
Yes,
And even
and I left a tip.
And just if you are listening out there, mystery date person, you're not getting a second date. Okay. We will not have a
Right.
follow-up story about you.
And not just because of
Right.
that though. There's
Just
other
because of
other
things.
that.
things.
There's
It
other
doesn't
things
sound
that
like
he-
that's your type anyway, really.
No.
So right.
I'd like someone who like you gotta
Doesn't
be able to
have-
move with me.
Right.
You know, you guys know I'm doing a lot.
Right.
So if you're that homebody type of, I'm just chill and kind of done with life type of thing, I'm not your girl. I'm not what you need.
Right. I
Now,
agree.
in his somewhat of a defense, what if I were him in his situation, and he knew money was tight, and the whole I want the girl to come over, it's all about your delivery
It
though.
is.
Like I would have been like, listen, I'm gonna cook you this nice meal, I'm gonna chef it all up for you, and even if I can't cook, like I've
I don't
had.
know. I think I would have just been like, well, you know what? I had a bad experience at Ashmont.
he
No, but
tried.
then- but
he
then-
tried.
No. But then they'll just be
Let's-
like, well, let's just go to Apple. Like
Let's
they'll go
just
somewhere
grab
else.
some coffee.
He tried. He tried to say there was too many young kids over at
Let's
Ashmont,
grab
and he
some
didn't want to
coffee.
come.
Oh, he tried to get out of it?
He tried to get out.
So-
See, that's why you just got to keep it honest and just be like, listen,
So, but
I don't want to go.
Okay,
You
But
know
that's
what I
not
mean?
really
Like-
honest because he did want to go. It's just
No, I don't wanna go
the
there.
coins.
I don't want to go
was the
there.
problem.
I'm like, let's just go to Tedeschi's.
I'm like, they don't even take Amex there, so I can't be like, nope.
go to McDonald's.
Right.
You can go
Subway.
to the, you can get some money
Right.
off the card.
Oh,
Get some
look,
money
she
off the
knows
card.
all the tricks.
I don't know, let's go to Five Guys.
Mm-mm.
Five Guys is mad expensive.
It's not as expensive as Ashmont Grill.
Not as expensive as Ashmont.
Whoa, we're
Grill.
not gonna sit up here and talk about Ashmont Grill like that. I mean, they got lunch menus. I was on the lunch menu.
What time did you guys go?
It was like 2.
Oh, so he could have ordered.
I ordered something from the
yeah.
lunch menu.
he
you
could
know.
have. He could have kept
He
it.
did. He was
reasonable.
trying to eat good for the day.
Yeah, he
That's
was trying
what
to
he
get
was
over
trying to
on
do.
you.
My salmon and my salad was like $12.
Yeah, he was trying to eat
Yeah,
good.
so
was
I
probably-
was good.
He was probably like, I haven't had a girl take me out since the first kid. Stop.
I do want to throw this in there. He is a really hardworking guy.
Well, that's
I mean,
good.
we all make decisions.
I hope he takes care of
his
his-
responsibilities.
There we go.
He
so
really
big
does.
shout out.
But I'm just trying
So
to
you're
factor
still a good
myself
dude.
into his
Right.
situation.
You're just not getting a date with First Lady.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
trying to factor myself in his situation and know that I probably would not fit
Right.
that whole
So
situation.
have you told him yet?
Because I was like, don't drink too much because you know me, I'm trying to make jokes. I was like, don't drink too much. I don't want you to get fired because I ain't got nothing on that child support.
So did you
Yeah,
tell him
no
that there
joke right there.
isn't gonna be another date? Have you guys communicated?
We haven't talked since he was.
Because let me tell you, the worst way to find out you're not gonna get another date.
It's on the radio.
Tune in to Step Up Radio 105.com.
Right. Right.
I'm just saying. I mean, no, because he doesn't know. Like, I'm very like. I tell people what I want them to know.
Right.
Yeah, and like, oh, what you got to hide? I got everything. So don't
Wow.
come at me with that. I got everything to hide. I'm
I
telling
still
you what
don't
you
even
need
have
to
her
know.
cell phone number.
So I don't care.
I still don't even have her cell phone number.
I don't
And
care
make
how
a
you
big
feel about
joke
that,
you see
like-
how she just rolled through it? Like, I know.
It's kept it moving.
Like, I know.
No, I'm just saying.
We were up here yesterday.
People
like,
think
yo,
you
call.
owe them explanations or owe them every part of your life, and I'm just not that person. I want you to know what I want you to know, and that's just that.
You know what? Can I ask a quick question based off that? So I have a friend who has told me before that she went on a date and I think I might have asked
I'm
you about
calling
this.
Dwayne now. Keep going.
And she said that when she went on a date with this guy, that he was asking about her previous relationship.
Don't ask me about my
Okay.
past.
Now she got a little bothered. She didn't want to talk about
Oh,
it.
the blackberries lighting up.
So my question is, if we're trying to avoid, I feel like, remember we were saying earlier that you got to know what you're getting into.
Right.
If you're trying to get to know somebody, isn't part of getting to know them maybe?
Getting to know that part, but I feel like that's something that's revealed as you go along.
Don't
I don't
Q&A me.
need to spend my first date
Mm-hmm.
doing that, but I will give you a good example of a first date.
Go ahead.
So we're talking about TV shows. Do you guys watch Preachers of Detroit?
I don't, but I've seen the
No,
commercials
I
for it.
haven't
Okay.
watched it.
Mhm.
So one of the ministers, I can't remember his name right now, but he is a very, very big activist
Mhm.
and a minister. And he asked the girl, he's like, so would you come out and picket with me? He was like, I shut down the highway a couple of weeks ago in my car. Would you come and hold a sign and boycott with me?
Mhm.
And she was like, maybe once. He was like, yeah, you're not for me. He's like, are you done? This date's over. I gotta get up early in the morning.
That's rude.
And I was like, and he's
Is
kind
it
of,
though?
and he's kind of like that. And I,
But this is the reason why I don't watch these shows, because it's
knowing
going to keep
him,
me
though-
further away from the church. I'm not going to be an atheist, but I'm just saying.
knowing him though, it's just like I get it. I just don't know if I would have brought it out right then and there.
No, I don't
I think it was a
understand
little
that.
bit for TV, but
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if I would have brought it out first date. Like,
Mhm.
so you gonna hold a sign and pick it?
But I mean,
We
that
about
goes
to
back
go
to.
boycott against Walmart right after this date.
Listen,
I
you're
got the
gonna
signs
ask
in the
me to
car.
commit crimes and potentially get a record,
Yeah,
and I just met you on the first
You gonna
date.
bail me out?
Right.
Because I'm
No.
gonna get locked
Like, you
up
got bail
tonight.
money?
Like,
Nope.
You got bail money?
Nope.
Right now? 'Cause I'm gonna need
I'm
that.
paying
Nope.
for this dinner. You got the bail though, right?
Right.
No.
Like, I got the bill. You got the bail.
Right, right. So it's almost one of those things like you have to know your life
Right.
and you have to kind of know what you can
But
tolerate.
that's what you, and that's I'm always like my way of dating or getting to know somebody. Like I'm not going to try to change you. I'm not going to tell you that's crazy, that don't do that or any of that. I'm just listening to hear what I need to know.
Mhm.
Like really getting to know you.
Right.
So just see what you think about things, and if you tell me you're an activist or something like that, I need to find out if we could vibe or we're interested
Right.
in the same thing. So to me, asking questions is great, but don't make me feel like it's a Q&A. So how long have you been with your last boyfriend?
Mhm.
What happened? What he
I
do?
feel like-
What'd you do?
I feel
Da-da-da. Like all of that will get me like you'll make me tighten up. Like
Mhm.
I've totally
That's not
gone on
natural.
dates and treated them exactly like my job as a recruiter. Like, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
oh you if you were sitting across from first
Right,
lady,
right.
oh so what would you like
Tell,
to know?
tell me a little bit about yourself.
What would you like to know?
But I mean,
Why
that's a
didn't-
reasonable question.
Why didn't the last 5
Relationships work out.
opportunities work out? Do you have references?
Right.
And afterwards, I just send you a text like, I appreciate your time and your interest.
Thank you for
Have
the
you
interview.
done this before?
I've had something very close. Like I
No.
really
There's
appreciate
no,
the time.
I don't let nobody sit and do that
here's
to me.
here's my breakup. I appreciate the time that we spent together. However, it's just not a good fit.
Dwayne is a
Best
different
of luck.
person, okay?
Right.
He
Keep
cold-blooded.
this in mind for future opportunities, and check out my website.
I will be
as
seeing other candidates.
as I do
You know how they got
post.
resumes and they got resumes and they got cover letters.
Right.
He could make you like a perfect guide to breaking up via
Yes.
social
me
media
tell you.
or text messages and stuff. He has it all.
I've done
Copy
it so
and
many
paste.
different ways. Just changed the phone number.
Right.
Moved out of state. Like,
Nah,
wait.
we're not gonna. You're not gonna say question. I don't do that.
Okay, so here's the question. So, at what number date or at what point should really serious questions come? Like, let's say you had an STD 2 years ago. At what point should you? Because obviously on the first date, you
Was it
wanna
taken
be like,
care of?
If you, right, like,
Why
Is
did
that
he
a first
divulge?
date?
Still
Is
got
that a
that-
first date
Hold
conversation?
up, do I still have it? Like, why did it?
exactly.
Like, why would it need to be talked about
What's
if
that?
it's, if it's
You still got
cured?
that Canucci? What?
Well, you know there's some STD. You know there's some that really don't really go away.
That's what I'm
right.
saying,
That's what
but-
we're saying.
That's
So,
my
do
point.
you still have it?
Well, that's let's say it's one of those that hasn't gone away.
Oh, okay.
Then if we're about to get it in on the first date, guess what? Hey, by the way, I got that clap. I'm just
Do you
saying,
still want to make me to make
like-
it clap?
Right.
like, hey, how do you feel about itching for the rest of your
For
life?
the rest of your life,
Because
you will if
A
you mess
trip with me.
Right, it's a trip to the doctor.
Right, like
But
I-
even if it was not an STD,
it's
let's
okay.
say
I
you
live right next door to the clinic.
let's say you did a 10-year bid. Should that come up in the first
And
date?
that's a good question. I don't know. Like, I don't. First date? No, that's kind of heavy.
It's very heavy.
It's almost. I feel like that should come up around this. But then kids.
I mean,
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
tell you.
kids should
Kids
be a
have to
first
come
date.
up on a first date.
Yeah.
I mean, that came up on Friday with the date.
But you all have been talking for a minute.
We have been talking for a minute.
So
and
when
I
did he
had been
tell?
looking
When
forward to-
did he talk to you about the kids?
Oh, he's always from the beginning. Told
From the
me.
beginning.
Oh,
He's
okay.
kept asking
Okay.
him.
That's
but,
dangerous if he didn't.
But the
So do
kids
you-
conversation came up again because do you want more kids? I mean, because you started because he's like, no, can't see myself. Well, you started young. I'm not penalizing myself because you started at 16 or so,
True.
or whatever.
Right.
But I mean, at the end of the day, don't knock it. The hard questions that have to be asked before moving forward. Because to move forward with someone who's already telling you that they potentially don't want kids would be stupid on my part. I'd be looking like a fool with baby fever in 3 years into a
Right.
relationship, and they told me they didn't want kids. So
And they will.
Right.
And I think they would say that too. Like, yo, I told you I don't want kids.
yeah,
Right.
there's nothing worse than trying to do something want something from someone and they've already told you what's up.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, like you like being upfront and be like, oh, this is not
I
going
can
nowhere
change them.
with a girl, and then 2 years
So-
later,
Such a
she's
female
like,
trait.
I want to be in a relationship, but you've already told her like
Right.
this ain't that.
Right.
So yeah.
It's almost like you have to know to play your role. Like, if you're the side chick, be
Be a
that.
side chick.
Be the
I-
best side chick you can
I've
be.
told guys who try to talk to me that have women in their lives, I'm the worst. I don't even know how to be a side chick. Like, you want me to be quiet when you're on the phone?
Yeah.
I got time to call?
I
Yes.
can just picture that.
What? So what? Can you imagine me?
And see, I would sit down and be like, well, let me create this PowerPoint for you. I'll put you through the training, okay? So you're not gonna call my number at this time, okay?
Graph
Let
and
me
stuff.
let me send you a calendar invite for when you can call me.
Like
Like-
Not a team player.
That's crazy. Oh man. I mean, I don't know. I think with first dates, it's like I would want from a receiving point of view, I would want to hear some important things on the first date because I just don't want to waste my time.
What about their ex
Debbie Downer.
situation?
Because
What
I
about
don't
their
want to
ex
waste my
situation?
time
Would you
though.
want to know though?
Like I would want to know. Well, if you gave your man something, if you
Okay.
cheated on him, if
Well,
you
who's gonna
maybe he
tell
left you
someone?
because you slept with his brother. Maybe
I don't want to know
you.
any of that.
Yeah, a female's not gonna tell you that.
First
Like,
date, that's I don't even
I would.
think that's
The reason I would
realistic.
watch is because then I know that I'm immediately deleting. Like, there's no because at this point, put it like this: I don't want to end up in a situation where I think you're great.
But
I
how
haven't
about
heard
if they
any
are
of the
great?
bad things.
How about if they are great and they've
How
changed?
great are you?
Exactly.
How are they great and they've changed?
No, I don't buy that.
I just want you to know that no woman had ever
would ever say that.
tell.
No.
Yeah, she's not, especially now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Most women
in this
tell
day
you
and
like,
age?
yeah, they well, like
no,
they make
just
up
because you
crazy
said it
stuff.
on the air. Like, nobody's going to tell you.
Have you had women tell you if they've cheated on their ex before, or if they slept with somebody?
I've had one female
One.
who, and I respect her to this day for that because she'll tell you straight up everything, and it's take it or leave it.
I
There's
had a
no
woman-
time wasted. There's
I
no
hear her.
games. And when I look back, because I haven't talked to her in a while, but
Is she,
when I
is
when-
she with somebody now? Though?
I don't even know if she's dating somebody else. But when I look back at the time that we tried to do something, I think, and I'm like, wow, she kept it
100.
so 100. That's somebody who I can look at now and be like, you know what? I can come to you and ask you like advice or like,
So why
Right.
could you ask her for advice but not have a relationship with her?
because here's the thing. Then
Now,
now I feel that she's kind of raunchy though. I just feel like
so
I
it's
respect
like
the honesty.
You respect the honesty, but the classiness of her being a lady
is
is gone.
questionable, right? Now, if I
that's-
was to see her again now, and maybe things have changed, she's not such a,
Tell it like it
slizzy.
is.
No, she can still tell it like it is,
Oh.
but if she's just a little classier, respects herself a little bit more,
Have you made the
You
mistake?
could see
of-
yourself
Have you?
being with her?
because of the honest, because then
Okay.
I know that I can put it like this. I know that in the relationship, that's how you're gonna be for the most part.
So you
Two
believe she
questions
changed?
for me.
She changed.
No, I'm talking about the art. Because one thing I hate secrets. I hate having to go around like I don't want to play
don't do that,
games.
yeah.
This is not Six Flags. We need to tell me what's
Direct
up.
conversation.
You know what I'm
am
saying?
not mature as you guys. Look at here. Let me explain something.
It's like I want to go
But
in.
listen,
If
before you
you
say that,
cheat
I'm not
on-
someone who wants to know your past, like all like that.
If you cheat on me, don't tell me.
Oh
I
no,
already said
tell
that.
me.
I do not want to know. Because
You don't wanna know,
one,
though?
I'm gonna make your life a living hell.
Oh,
But let me
Not
ask you a
gonna lie.
question. Let me ask you a question. So let's say, if you're dating
And
somebody,
I don't want to find out either.
the way you gonna walk in there like she ain't.
Okay, no, here's the
She
thing.
gonna what?
No. So
Tell me
let's say
what?
you're
Every time
dating
you look
somebody,
at it,
D,
you
right?
like-
Let's say you're dating somebody, right?
Right.
And she has slept with, or she's currently cheating on you with 3 guys in your neighborhood.
Wow.
Okay.
Right.
You guys go out to eat Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everybody
Sit
at
down.
Chipotle's. Everybody know about you.
You don't know this, but at the table across are the 3 guys who are all friends that slept with your girl.
Okay.
Dang.
There's eye contact, there's things like that. At that point, these guys are looking at you now like, we done smashed this dude's girl.
Right.
You still don't want to know?
No.
I've had this conversation.
I feel that they're going to tell me.
No.
No, they
I've
will
had this
not tell you.
conversation just
Dudes
last night.
usually will not say a
No.
word.
That's true. That is.
Girls
very true.
will. Dudes
That's
will
very
just
true.
because they're still gonna get the
My
cookies
thing
without
is-
you knowing.
Yeah, my thing is I just don't want to know. Now, if I start suspecting, I tell women this in the very beginning. If I go hard in the paint.
Right.
So it's like if you ever start questioning if I'm into you, I'm not. I've already lost interest. So if you're asking yourself that now,
it's
It's
already
done, you
happened.
know?
Yeah.
so if I'm suspecting that you're cheating on me, then you suck. Like,
So will you at least ask or try to find out if it's true, or will you just go off the suspicion?
I'll go off the suspicion and call it a day.
But what if she wasn't
Yeah.
though?
Sucks to be her.
Oh.
Because I don't think you feel that for no reason.
Right.
I don't know anybody who's ever felt that for no reason.
Something
at
is
all.
wrong.
Something is off.
So maybe you're not cheating, but guess what? I
Feel that
feel
way.
that I shouldn't be with you.
yeah, something's
okay.
off.
Now,
could be emotionally
another
cheating.
question, just a
No,
real
I'm
quick
sorry.
question.
Can we
Let's
get
talk.
back to?
Hold on.
I think
Is this still? Wait. Which one is pertaining to what we're talking about?
this
This
one.
one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Remember we were just talking about. I was just talking to my cousin. He's here. He just moved here from Georgia, so we were just having the same conversation about what you said. Would you want to know? And he, we were just talking about being in the room. If I'm gonna be around people, and there's an ex or someone that you've hooked up with in our immediate company, or we're spending time in this place, you need to tell me. Because it's nothing worse. We've talked about this, and I said I don't want to be made a fool. I don't want to feel like people are laughing behind my back because I'm the sucker. So to me, yeah, you have to tell me at that point.
Would you want to know?
I
if your
want
man was
to
cheating?
know if we're around, if we're gonna be around that person that you've slept with before.
No, but what if your man's cheating?
So how
Would
does
you want
that
him to
work?
tell
So
you?
let's say because I can play this two ways. Like I feel like if we know that we're going to this party and it's like, yo, it's a good possibility, Mike. I'm just gonna tell you like, hey, there's a possibility that my ex might be here. You
Okay,
don't have
that's
to go.
cool.
But then if it just happens like
But why am I not gonna go?
an
Because she's gonna
ex
be there.
walked into the studio and I'm just like, and it's like, yo, hey, by the way, I slept with her. Like, how does that conversation go with you?
I lean over here. You like, baby, lean over, right? I lean over. And you whisper here. That's my ex right there. I say, okay. And I lean back over here. We continue to do us.
Do you look at her?
Nothing.
Do you look at her sideways?
I'm a woman. Of course, you're gonna look.
Okay.
What is? I'm not gonna sit up here.
So
and
you're
act
gonna
like
start
I'm not.
analyzing.
Of course, down to the shoes and
Okay.
all.
So let me ask this question.
Yes.
This
look.
question is directly for Shay.
Okay.
Because I've made this mistake. Have you asked how many people have you been with?
Don't
I
ask me
have.
much. Don't
Have
ask.
you?
Don't ask.
And
Here's my thing. I won't ask if I think her number is bigger than mine.
is right. You know what? I battle myself with that
I don't
because
even have a large
I
number,
know
just
I
don't ask
shouldn't
me.
be asking because I don't feel like any answer was really gonna
Well,
be a
no,
good.
here so I asked, this is
I've
early in
gotten some
college,
answers.
and she was like, "Well, you're number 26," and I was like, "But we still went through. We still had a great relationship, and we're
Right.
still, friends to this
What
very
did you
day."
think of the number
Right.
at that age?
It
in
didn't
terms-
really phase me all that.
Okay.
Initially, it was shocking. I was like, "Wow,
Oh.
well, okay." And then it's like, dude kicked in, and it was like, "Well,
I'm still
am I
gonna
the
hit
best?"
Right. There's always that
I'm
one.
still gonna mess with
Like,
it.
am I the number one
Who's
of
better?
the 26? Right. Right.
Am I 26 but number one?
Exactly. But that's the
And-
thing, though. That I
and
think
lied
it'll
to me.
It'll always come up.
Yeah.
In the argument, the first thing coming up.
Honestly, for us, it never did. Like when we were together, it was never like, "Oh, I'm number 26." So it did. Like after that, we.
Yeah.
How did you feel after you asked about numbers? And it's not the same. Women don't ask guys about numbers. It's just not.
No.
what it is.
No.
We don't care because we just assume you've
No,
been with
because
like
you just
50.
assume, that we're nasty.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
You
like-
just
you've been with
automatically have a
everywhere.
high number for us
Right.
anyway.
Yeah.
I remember asking, and this is the number that shocked me. I remember I asked a girl, and I was about 21. She was probably about the same age, and she told me at that when we were talking at that point, she had slept with 40
Oh
guys.
no.
Yeah, at 21, that's crazy.
and it wasn't even just the number; it was the
Carelessness.
wow,
Yeah.
like it was nothing.
Yeah. And that would have
That's
been
the scary
traumatic for
part.
me. Like,
That's
the
the
part
scary
that got
part.
because
me.
it's just like now I'm like, and I mean, again, being older, of course, we think differently. It's like,
Right.
wow, like, wait, there's
No,
some
I think
serious
at 40,
repercussions.
if you told me 40.
But 21 to because I'm gonna be honest, I lost my virginity like a few months before my 20th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
I still think that's a really high
20,
number.
40
That is
at
a number.
21. That's a
That's
high
a number for now.
Even
Yeah,
now,
right,
That's a high
right.
number now.
Period. Like, because it's
Yeah.
just like,
It's like that you're
what does sex mean to you?
right.
Did you? Is
No, that turned me
I'm
so.
Yeah.
And the thing with me is, I
I'm sorry, I wanted to know what
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like.
yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
no,
still right.
no, I don't even think it would have been right.
I just thought
There's
that
no
thing
way
was
that something
inside
like
out,
that could be
but-
right. There's no way that thing could be right. You know, it could probably, probably have to fold it. But can we unfold? Like, is there a draft? Can we leave the door open? It's like, no, that's just me. That was number 26 when he finished. Like, I just can't sign up for that.
I need hand sanitizer now.
If I sign up for that, that's a suicide mission.
just
Because
wanna
I'm
know-
going to fail.
Because some women are dead set thinking it snaps back and it all feels the same. So I'm not a man, so I don't know. So
I would
wanted to
have
know.
needed help with that. I would have called one of my boys like, bro, we need to
Right.
we need
Yo,
I
take
need
one for the
help.
team. Help me handle this.
You would have gone to the clinic and just given her name. And they
And
would have
they
been like,
probably would've had
we
her
know
on
exactly
file.
what you need.
They probably had a
now."
whole
Like,
cabinet like,
exactly.
oh, Deidre?
let's get the antibiotics. Diggs. Okay, right.
Diggs, there you
Yeah.
go. Right.
Yeah,
But no,
it's-
seriously, that
uh,
is not good.
And you know what's really crazy? It's like at the end of the day, it's like we're joking about this, but
It's all-
there's some young
There are
people
some
out
young
there.
people
that
like
are
that.
going, that,
And you have to
yeah,
understand that
it's
sex really is,
shameful.
people joking, oh, it feels good and it's great. There's a huge responsibility that goes along with
Very.
it.
Well, if you
But they
listen
don't know
to
about
Amber
it.
Rose, she'd say that we're
Why are you
slut
listening to her?
shaming. I'm not listening to that woman.
That's what
But
I'm
you're
asking.
saying that we're slut shaming, that we're not being. This is not cool what we're doing in the sense of
What doing? Doing what?
talking about women who
Sleep with a lot of guys?
sleep with
See,
a lot
here's
of
the
guys.
thing.
Did
I
she say
think,
that that's bad that we're talking about them?
Yeah, because she
Right.
said it shouldn't
Because
be
she's
anything
talking
wrong
about
with-
herself.
but I think she's missing it, and this goes to male and female.
She's on
There
a
are
slut
some
shame
people
walk.
that are just like, look, I do not want to be in a relationship for whatever reason, and
Right.
typically those people will have a friend
Mm-hmm.
and they have an understanding,
Right.
and
Friends
it's
with
just
benefits.
like, look, this is what it's going to be.
Right.
We are going to be committed to each other sexually,
And that's it.
but that's it.
And I
so
can
if
respect
I
that.
go
I can
out
too.
and see you on a date,
Right.
I'm cool.
Right.
Hey, how's it going?
Right.
But Thursday,
Better be
we
going-
understand.
Right.
And it's just like, so there, again, there's a responsibility that goes with that activity
Right.
at the end of the day.
There is.
And it's and it's one of those things. How do you talk to your kids about it though?
That's one of those spicy topics, but you
Right.
have to though,
Right.
from an
Caliente.
earlier age.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
she's trying to like suggest or have an empowerment movement where women aren't feeling shamed about how they.
I don't agree.
And I don't think, and I think she's right if she was speaking in the right context. So if she's talking about responsible women that have a sexually committed relationship with someone,
I don't think that's what she's
That's
talking
she's
about.
not. No,
She's
she's
not.
talking
She's
about
about
the
just-
hood rat, the
going Tom,
the
Dick,
gold
Harry,
digger that
Jamal,
goes to the
Jerome,
All-Star
John.
Weekend games,
Right.
CIAA, and just gives
With
it
her
up to
GoFundMe
everybody.
page.
To the whole
Right,
Eastern
you know,
Conference finals.
so it's like that's something completely different. If you're being responsible and you're just like, look, it is what it is. It's an enjoyable activity that I like, and I want just one person that I'm going to do this with, but we're not committed. We're not boyfriend girlfriend.
right.
Then yes, I say by all means, whoever you are, enjoy it, do
Right.
it responsibly. But if you're like literally jumping from bed to bed, if
Right.
you are going to events specifically to hook
Or
up
to
with
hook up.
someone and to try and trap them so that you can get your Louis bag and all the other stuff,
Right.
That's what Wiz said. They at every party.
And
right?
That's what it
They
is.
for everybody.
And it's
Mhm.
like, and it's really really true. Like
is.
it's like
And I don't know why it's called slut shaming. I mean, I know why it's called slut shaming, but
I don't know why she
It
thinks
should
there
be-
should be an
it should happen.
empowerment and behind it, because I think she should be old enough to know that I've made some. This is where I've said there's nothing wrong with having a colorful past and
Right.
doing some things, but
Mhm.
if you're still in the future with that same mindset
Mhm.
and understanding of your when I say understanding it as though you are accepting and promoting of it,
Mhm.
then that's a problem. Because to me, you're promoting your bad past behavior. When you and now you should be speaking from a place of man.
I've learned from
I've
that.
learned from that.
Yeah.
That's not
Exactly.
the road that you should be
Exactly.
on. That's
Right.
not
And
what
I
you
think-
should be doing.
I don't know.
That's different.
I'm gonna hop on my normal optimistic side real quick and just say, well, maybe she is trying to do that, but she's not articulate enough to say,
The right
look,
way.
you need to be responsible. You need to, she's just, I think she's trying to say that women, there's nothing wrong with just having sex. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But she's not saying it that way.
No,
She's
not.
speaking to the Twitter community and
Mhm.
others, and
The
it,
fans.
yeah, and it's just they're missing it,
Right.
So it's like you just have to be responsible, no matter
No,
what.
I
That's
agree
what
with
it
you.
is.
And
I
I
agree.
wish she would say it that way.
She's
You're
just
absolutely
not
right.
like you said. I think it's not articulate enough
Right.
to know how she should be saying it, so
Right.
that it could be accepted more or less. But yeah, I agree.
And it kind of comes back to that whole honesty thing that we talked about earlier. We didn't get a chance to talk about it on the air, but if you know that you just want a friends with benefits, to all the ladies or even gentlemen, it's kind of one of those things. I'll respect the honesty.
Yeah.
I really would. If I was a woman and a man came up to me and was like, "Listen, I just want to do this to you. I don't really want anything else out of it." I swear to God, I would still have a conversation right there, just off the strength. I would pick his brain just to be like, "Oh, let me see what else he's gonna be honest about," because you're honest.
I agree.
You can't get honesty
I
today like that.
I will say that
I,
there were-
I recently had that though.
years ago.
I almost would want to
I cursed him
reward
out
it.
so
Like
bad.
I would
Exactly,
want to reward
like,
the honesty.
right.
Like, you know what? Wow, you didn't
I'm
you
not
didn't
gonna-
lie to
what
me.
You, what am I gonna reward him
But-
with if he
but
come
let
up to
me-
me and say that?
that
With my
cookie.
vagina?
No, not right there on the spot.
I'm
maybe
saying what we
maybe at
rewarded
least a
him with.
referral.
But at least
But here's what I was trying to say. Like, I was at a 7-Eleven back home in St. Louis downtown, and there was a guy, and he was sitting out front, and he had a sign, and he was just like, the typical like, give me money or whatever.
right.
And he was just like, hey, can I get a few bucks for a beer? And I was offended. I was like, how dare you ask me for my hard-earned money for your beer?
Right.
He
Like,
was honest.
He was honest.
and by the time I got in my car, I was like, dang, he was brutally honest.
He was.
That's better
And
than
I gave him
I'm a
$5.
vet and I'm a single dad
Yeah.
raising my kids sign.
Now, again, I have to, for those of you that are in those bad situations and what
No,
have
no,
you,
no, I
we're
do
not talking to
agree.
you, but if you're scheming out there,
Yeah,
'cause
exactly.
I never will forget, my mother told me that she used to see a guy when she worked in downtown, and he never had legs, like he was in a wheelchair, and she would always give him money and stuff like that. And my mom was a single mother, so like the fact that she would give money like that is just like wow.
Right.
And she was like, she went to the club one time and saw him dance.
What?
Oh.
But like they've done stories where Like
I would've threw
they
a drink on
followed
him.
they followed these guys that were panhandling,
Yeah.
and they were millionaires. Like they
Right.
lived in like the Newtons of the world.
Like the lady, the one that was
What
acting like she was a hunchback
Yeah,
and was changing in her minivan.
and it was just like I was downtown. I was at Starbucks
Right.
one
Well, that was
time.
that story I told you about.
And I saw this old lady, and I've seen her. I see you anytime, downtown crossing during rush hour, you see her. She's always sitting out. She's an elderly woman. Girlie had a stack,
Wow.
and she was just, and it was just like, I was looking at it because I was just like, yo, I just
Gotta get
refilled
along.
my Subway card or my Starbucks card. Like,
Right.
let me get 20 from you.
Right,
Like,
right.
And it's just like, and then you also get the concern of, I hope no one robs her and things of that nature. But it's just like, man,
It's crazy. I mean, I just feel like we're living in this confused,
I like honesty.
very confused society right now.
I feel
People
that,
don't know what they want.
I had
feel
a
that
guy.
if you're not connected spiritually to something,
Yeah.
you need to be anchored and grounded in some type of spirituality.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Because
right.
you're absolutely right. We are like in a world that it's cool to be gay, but it's bad to be this. And again, I'm not talking about any specific people, but it's just like it's complete opposite of how we grew up.
how it was before, right?
You know,
the
and
standards
it's just
have
like
changed.
we now date via mobile applications.
Mm-hmm.
We don't just spend time talking and breaking bread and sitting with one another. It's
Right.
just we're friends because we're friends on Facebook.
Right.
That's the definition of our relationship. What Facebook says.
Facebook is so important these days. I don't understand.
And Twitter, and it's
crazy.
just like, and it's a full-time job.
It is.
Maintaining social media.
It is. People make money off of that.
Yeah, there's all kind of stuff.
Social
Like I
media
was
is crazy
this
right
weekend
now.
I've been doing research on how to properly do it because I'm failing miserably right now.
Like the dude, you guys
See,
probably
you posted, there was a lady who posted that she wanted to take. See, there was classes that offered proper media, proper
social
training,
media.
social
Yeah,
training.
I want to do it specifically for like helping people find jobs. Because it's just like there are times that I post a job and it's just like I have over 1,000 people on my Facebook friends. Like, why isn't this getting shared?
Right.
Yeah.
It's it boils down to what are they on Facebook for?
Right.
A lot of them aren't really on there for that.
Very
You know
true.
what I mean? But yeah.
But everyone does use their Facebook for different things, and,
Right.
and that's like we talked earlier. People have personalities they trying to personify. But it's
I'm Facebook friendly, but I'm not friendly in real life.
Right. And that's why some people call Facebook fake book because it's like
Right.
you see all this.
And that's why
You
people
see what
need not
people
to
want you to see.
assume
Yes.
anything off of it. Like you can't assume that someone is like I have a friend. She is like all types of scripture up and down, and come visit her, talk at the church, and but in real life ain't nothing but heathen. So at the end of the day, like you just gotta take it with a grain of salt when you see things on Facebook. And be
So
like, it's
would
not
you say
real.
that your Facebook is a good representation of you?
Why you gotta go weird?
I'm not.
mine is.
No. I'm not. And I know where you're going with it, but I mean, in all seriousness, like yes,
Yeah.
like aside from
I think it's a good
radio names
representation.
and,
Right.
Of me
The-
in the
the
sense
meat.
of.
The majority of it, if anything.
because I would say
like
it is.
serious top. I like
Right.
serious. I like to talk about a variety of different things, right?
Right.
If you are my Facebook friend, you see I will share and talk about a variety of different things. You guys meet me. I'm not angry.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I mean?
I agree.
I'm not mad
But I don't
about
really
anything.
even see your Facebook as angry.
But many people do. And I've had this complaint with like, why is your Facebook so angry? Because I'm giving you things to think about. But then I realized we're talking about different types of people.
Right,
Whereas to me and
exactly.
you,
Right.
it engages me and you.
Right.
Because that's what it's what we
know
vibe,
better.
we
Right.
vibe off. And we like stuff like that. But if you don't know a person, I guess some people, heavy topics or things that make them think that you're angry and stuff like that.
Those
So,
are-
like I said, it's a great representation of me. But I think people read it the wrong way.
I think I would say that I think my Facebook page represents me well, aside from the fact that I have so many friends on Facebook. Because people really know, like when you're in my close circle, like you
You know who.
right,
Yeah.
you know.
Right, yeah.
So there's a lot of people on Facebook, like if you don't have my cell phone number, then we're
Right.
not really friends.
Right,
I'm
right,
just
right.
we're just connected because
Associates or something.
exactly. I'm using it as a platform to get more information out.
Right.
And I think that there are a lot of people out there that do. And I think there's good in there. Of course, there's bad, but
Yeah.
for the most part. I'm proud of my Facebook,
Yeah.
and
Me too.
I stand behind mine.
I do
All
too.
day.
And I think a lot of people make crazy assumptions of things. Like, you're not with someone 24/7. So for me, you don't know what motivates me to share this or what I've read or what
Right.
conversation that may have taken
And I
place
hate when
that
people
inspires this
read
post.
into it because
Yeah.
Thinking
that's
about
telling
them.
me like that's where you are. Like no lie,
It's so
like,
obvious.
I posted
Because I said
something one
something about
time.
hoe, you gonna get mad? Like, what's wrong?
I
Like,
posted
make you
something.
mad.
I
Like,
posted
don't
something one
understand.
time, and my mother was mad at me, and I was like, "Mom, this had nothing to do with you." Like,
Right.
she's like, "Well, it was very close to." I was like, "I understand."
Oh, boy.
Mom.
Yeah.
Is your mom on Facebook?
My mother is too much.
Oh, my mom just got
Too much.
Quick. My mom she's always had a flip phone. Yesterday was her birthday. And so my sister brought
Happy
her.
birthday.
Thank you, Hope. So my sister brought her like a smartphone now. And
Yeah.
she's now like, oh, I need to be on Facebook. I'm like, well, what on God's green earth you need to be on Facebook for? I need to see what everybody's talking about. I want to be nosy too. And I'm just like,
And that's
what?
really what Facebook is.
It is.
So
Gossip
speaking of,
Central.
speaking of this, I have to shout out again Frida and Tiffany in St. Louis. So my friend Tiffany got her mom a smartphone.
Yeah.
She got her the iPhone.
Right.
And Frida and Siri. Let me tell you something. It was like the Civil War. So it's a lot of times it's really funny to see older people,
My mom would can't
utilize
just write.
technology. I love to
That
see
is
old
funny.
people text with one finger
With one finger.
because they are
Right.
so focused. It was just
My mom is having the hardest time with the swiping.
really.
I swipe. I touch it. It don't call. What's wrong with it? And then she give me the phone. I just touch it and call. I said, Mom, what's wrong? I know what's going
Right.
on.
All
don't-
aggressive.
Like,
Right.
you need to go get that flip phone back. That's what I tell her.
Yes.
Oh, can I tell you? I'm sorry. Can I tell you something? Okay, so my mom lost her phone, so that's why she needed a new phone, right?
Mhm.
So the person who found her phone went and paid the phone bill, thinking they were gonna be able to keep the phone.
It was another old person. I feel that she was at bingo. And Betty got
And
a
they
hold of
called
that
my
phone.
mother and was like, "Yeah, I paid the phone bill. I thought I was gonna be able to have the phone." Cause and you're right, it had to be another old person because he must have thought it was some type of prepaid phone. But I'm like, you walked into Metro and you paid this phone, like, so what's
Right,
like?
didn't you know this was not your phone?
It was crazy.
You
like,
had money to pay a stranger's phone bill. Did they get the money? They don't obviously.
No,
don't
you're
know
not getting
that.
that
You're
back.
not getting that back.
Right. So wow. Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. You just go turn that thing in. Like, what?
I'm
Now you
telling
out.
Well, in that case, my phone number is 6.
Oh, that was so
Yo,
funny.
go ahead,
Oh,
pay
my
it and
goodness.
upgrade it.
How you gonna pay somebody's phone bill, then call them and tell them?
That was an old
Also,
person.
did he think you were gonna offer to give him his money back? Like that was crazy.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I have a comment for that off the air.
Right. So yeah, so we're gonna wrap up soon, but my pet peeve was what we talked about earlier. This is for the ladies out there right now. Y'all probably gonna hate me, but can you guys make up your mind? Like, are you after love or money?
But
And just
after
be
both.
honest
I
with
think
it
you
though.
need both. Like
Both.
because here's the thing.
But
here's the
I'm
thing.
just saying, be honest about it though.
Instar doesn't take love.
No,
But
you're
it
absolutely
sure
right.
don't.
Comcast does not take
You
love.
are
gotta call
absolutely,
them
and I agree
tomorrow
with
morning.
you. I say the same thing.
Like
But you will never hear me say I'm looking for love. I
Well, you
don't.
don't hear me say
I'm not
that.
gonna say it because at the end of the day.
But you don't want to sound like you're looking for a sponsor
Yeah,
either.
but y'all
No,
jumped all over
right.
me when I talked about the ring
'Cause
situation.
that's
with,
superficial.
No, that's not superficial. Again, there's a bigger meaning. We're not where we need to be if you can't get me the ring that you
Hold
know
on.
I like.
Hold on. I could afford
You always
to.
got me the ring out
I
the.
can afford to pay the bills.
Right.
I might not be able to afford to pay the bills and then spend $30,000 on a ring. That's just.
I don't know. I think I want a $30,000 ring, but if you get me something that's way off,
What's
I
way
don't-
off?
I mean, I
Because
wish I could find the
what's the-
picture.
what's
I
the
wish I
rule?
could
Way
find the
off should
picture.
be nothing at all.
Exactly.
That's
because
Way off.
You know
I
what?
get you nothing.
Because okay, so do you guys watch the show
You're
Blackish?
mean.
or plastic,
Do
huh?
you, do you watch the show Blackish?
Yes, with
No, I haven't been
with,
able to
with
watch it.
I know
It's
yes.
Anthony
Anthony Edwards or something like
Anderson.
Anderson, yeah.
Yes.
So I was behind, so I caught a couple of episodes, but I saw the episode where they were renewing their vows.
Oh, I missed that one.
And they were showing that they got married in like the hospital chapel, and like she still had the original ring. Now obviously she was a resident. He was,
Right.
wherever in his career.
At that
Now,
point,
they're
now
4
he's-
kids in,
yeah.
bensed out
They got-
suburbs.
right. Money's
not even
nothing.
a thing. And she was just like, yeah, I do want a new ring. Like, and then it's understandable. Now it's understandable to get a $30,000-$40,000 ring. Because you're together.
I'm just saying. I'm just
But we're-
saying. I'm just
She
saying. I'm
just
being
don't be
completely honest about how I feel about it.
No, you're
Now,
right.
if you had to go scrape up and borrow money from Tyrone and Rick and them, and if I'm
But he's borrowing this money when
you don't.
instead.
That's my thing. We don't need to be getting married yet, or this
That's
should
not-
be a topic if you were not right.
No. Because
What?
here's the thing. Now, I could
not-
see
we're
if
not
you were just
right.
like, you know what? Get what you can afford, and then
Right.
let's save up for a house.
I
Let's
agree.
save up for some home ownership. Shout out to the
I
real
didn't say
estate
want
group.
a platinum wedding
You know,
or something like
right
that.
here in the building. I can't remember those guys' names, but
Mhm.
saving up for something that's actually going to set your future up well
Right.
versus because what's the bling bling for? Is it for you or for
It's
you
for me.
to show off to your girls?
That's really
And
what it
that
is.
too. I don't care. Judge that. It's for
Right.
me and whatever I want to do with it.
'Cause
If I
that
want to lay in
ring-
my room and just look at it. then
well,
that's
you know
I
what, and
want.
that's where y'all gonna be. Y'all gonna be in that room in
Right.
house.
Right.
Off Dorchester Ave with that ring.
right. In the shelter.
But that's what I'm
Right,
saying.
you
We're
know,
not getting
in
married
the
Pine
because
Street.
a little P ring means that we probably are in a room house and
Exactly.
Exactly.
But it's all
that's what
about
I'm
On
saying.
the tee.
priorities, though.
On the tee.
I wouldn't consider a
You-
$30,000 ring a priority.
No,
right
it's
now.
not. It's
You're
not.
gonna be
You know what I
in.
mean?
It's not.
You're gonna be in Snowpocalypse 2016 at JFK talking about I got that bling bling now.
I'll be like,
that
baby-
train
He put
ain't
a
coming.
ring on
I'll be like, baby,
Okay.
pull out that ring. Pull out that ring. It's cold. Let's warm
Right,
up.
right.
He put a ring on it.
Rub it
Now,
on you.
Bump
Rub
all
it.
y'all.
Something.
Bump y'all.
Something.
It must be.
So
Rub it.
what you mean? I
You'll
ain't got
get
my
the
own
warmth.
car? I ain't got mine? Is that what
Hey,
you're trying to say?
I'm just saying something. We need to put something together, though. I'm just saying priorities.
See, here's what I'm saying, because I hear the females these days who they'll shout out at the top of their lungs that I want a man to love me.
They
I
young.
want a man
They
to
young.
love me.
And a lot of times it's because they don't love themselves.
Yes.
Yes.
They're
So
young.
start there.
But
They're
then
young.
when they do find a genuine man who actually wants to genuinely love them, it was funny. I should have shared it. They showed a video on Facebook, and it was meant to be funny, but they showed a girl driving, and it said she finally found her true love. Have you guys seen that dude that's on Facebook now? His teeth are messed up, dark skin, talking about, I guess bitches.
Are
Have
you
y'all
talking
seen-
about that little
He's
the
not
little
very good
muskrat?
looking. He's not good looking at
little
all, but
very
he
muskrat?
claims he gets girls.
Yeah, and he had like all this money or something.
Something like that. He does not look appealing. So he's the one in the video in the car with her talking about she found
Wait,
love.
isn't it supposedly she's a he she?
No. This is a real dude. He's a real dude. But
No,
the joke about him is
the
that
girl is a he she.
no, it's a real girl too. But the joke was that he's so unattractive, yet he's offering the genuine love. So it's like that's something that
No, is he
always
offering
brings up.
genuine love? But he got
Yeah,
money. He's
no,
offering his money.
No, he didn't have money.
No, he has money.
No, you must be thinking about a different person.
All his friends were around him, and he was like, "I get girls, I get bees," and they show him kissing the girl.
No,
Oh, because then
Mm-mm.
I seen the one where he was in the car with the same
with a girl.
With a girl.
But that video, the one that I'm talking about, is, the joke was based around this is the person who's loyal. But it was a joke because it's like, well, look at him. And in my head, I'm
I'm
like,
not
well,
gonna be with
look at
somebody
like
that's not-
why?
I'm not gonna say ugly, but that's not physically appealing to me.
Here's
And,
my
like,
thing.
'cause
But
I'm
that's
not-
what throws me off.
I'm not. I'm gonna
I
say
think
that's
we
not
have to be realistic.
physically
I think we
appealing
have to
to
be
me.
realistic because here's
that
the thing.
throws me off so much.
If I
Why?
saw, like, I have to be attracted
Here's
to
the
you
thing.
to open the
Exactly.
door.
No, I
you know,
understand
to-
that.
That's
To
what I mean.
start down the road of could this work? I have to be attracted to you.
No, you're
Yeah.
absolutely
Now, if
right.
you looking like Seeley
Right.
all my life, I'm just saying, then we're
Right,
not going
right.
to even have the conversation.
No,
Like,
you're absolutely right.
You're
But
not going to be at the dinner
but
table.
why does the person have to look like Lisa Ray?
They don't.
No one said that, but that's why I always said they have to be appealing to me. Like they have
Right.
to be something that I find appealing.
So now here's my thing though. So but then you see all these instances where you have these females going ham on each other over a dude. This is so common that it's reality TV. We see these in our local nightclubs.
What do you mean going ham over?
fighting each other. And he's my man. Obviously, this dude's playing both of you,
Yeah.
Right.
but you're both sitting here fighting.
Right.
Meanwhile, a loyal man who's not as good looking is at the bar sipping. Nobody's showing him no love.
But
I mean, you're
is
making
And
he
he's
loyal?
not even busted.
Is
He
he-
might not even be like busted. It's
is-
just that.
But is he loyal because he is busted? Are you loyal due to circumstance?
Ugly
Because
dudes,
I
and that's always
oftentimes-
girls know that. Ugly men.
I hear women they
Don't
talking about
mess.
I'm
It's a good
single,
point.
but are you single by choice,
Right.
or by happenstance?
Right. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And I think that's something we have to look at. You know, for instance, we were talking about this yesterday. The women that get with kind of the losers, the successful woman that gets
right.
with the dude that just doesn't have
There's
anything
nothing,
going.
right.
Well, you know what? It's probably easy for her to control him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she
Very
probably
much.
has some type of issues where they balance each other out. So
Right.
it's just like, yo, I'm gonna get him his PlayStation, I'm gonna get him the new Jordans, I'm gonna do
Right.
this, but he's gonna be there, and I don't have to worry about not having a man.
But now here's the thing: that same woman will turn around and be like, "You don't work,
Right.
You don't do," and that's the thing that
And
gets
she
to me.
enjoys complaining.
Yeah.
Oh, that is like
She likes the control, and that's basically when she has the control.
So annoying.
Yeah, I mean that's not attractive to me. I mean, I don't think that's.
So annoying.
I will say this, and I've learned this of myself recently. I've just learned this recently, and I think it's something that I will pass down to my children whenever I have them. Relationships are not logical. It's not cookie cutter.
Right.
You know, I can advise friends all day long, and I do. I have a lot of female friends that will call me up and be like, yo, D, give me the insight on X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
I can advise you, but then go and not even take my own advice and do something completely different because it
right.
works for me, though.
Mm.
You know, or
Yeah.
because I see everything. I see
Right.
the whole picture. You know, and it's one of those things that it's like, so I've learned that relationships, no matter if it's intimate where it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or just best friend, me and my best friend, we hadn't talked in like a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then just out the blue, she hit me up on Facebook like, hey, how's it going? I was like, oh, it's going good. And, you know, so it was like,
Just picked
didn't
right back
miss a
up.
beat. You
Right.
know? And it wasn't even any animosity or
Like,
hostility
you
or
didn't call
But
me.
then you guys
Right.
didn't fall out for no reason.
no, we didn't.
Oh, okay,
It
well,
just,
that's different.
you know, life.
Mm-hmm.
You're busy,
Yeah.
you know, you wake up, you go to work, you come home, you go to bed and do it all again, you know? So
Right.
it was just one of those instances. But you have to understand how people work in your circle.
Right.
Like I've learned about me, you have to be a special kind of person to really have me in your circle and deal with me, like really, because it's like I will do that. I will get consumed with work or something else and just accidentally forget. Like, oh crap, yes.
That's life.
I was supposed to call you. I'm sorry. You know, you have to understand that, you know, I get flaky. I will set up something like 5 years from now. Date come and I'm like, just don't feel like it.
Right. Right.
I'm not going. And you know, my friends will, hey, like,
That's
hey,
Dwayne.
you will come and knock on my door.
Right.
Like, and it's funny because when I lived in St. Louis, I lived in a very secure building. You couldn't just come knock on my door. Like, there was gates and security, and
Yeah.
no, that wasn't happening. You know, because I knew. Like, so it's just like you have to understand. And even my friends, like, there are certain things that I will never be able to change about them, but I love them for who they are. And I think that's the importance of a good, healthy relationship.
So, what area? Like, I would probably say for me, it would probably be the looks area. What area is the area that you can have some leeway in? Because I'll tell you right now, I could have a girl who she's like an 8 body and like a 6 in the face, and with super ambition, great job. She does not have to be the hottest looking. She really doesn't.
Yeah, I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? But then you have some dudes who they'll take a 10 in the face. She doesn't have to go to work. Stay home. I'll take care of everything. You understand what I'm saying?
I will
So-
say that with the looks, I'm definitely a lot more lenient, and then you really just have to put forth effort.
Right.
You know, if you're putting forth effort to the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm pretty good because everything else is going to fall into play.
What about as far as herself? Like, would you are you more the type for a stay home kind of wife, or would you want a wife who with her own career and things like that?
I need someone that has their own life, you know, like
Right.
because that's just who I am. But I think also with everything that I do, I need someone that their life can complement mine.
Mm-hmm.
So like I couldn't have an Oprah couldn't be with Oprah.
All over the
Because
place.
now we're using our assistants to schedule time together.
Right.
Like, that doesn't work well.
Right.
You know, so I need balance. I need security. And I just need someone that will understand me and just work with it.
So one more question for you, D. Would you want a woman who has her own life, like her own job, career, or what if she? Because you know you have your own business.
Right.
What if she was your like? Would you date somebody who was like your assistant? Like she, you know,
Any good woman would never want to work for me and be in a relationship with me. I'm just, you know, you just gotta
wouldn't
call
go-
a thing
it's
a
not
thing.
gonna
No,
happen. Okay.
no. But I will say this: a good woman also will know that there are times that, you know, like English, for instance, like I will just put a comma somewhere because that feels right, you know, and it might not be the
might
right
not.
thing to do.
Right.
So, you know, I need to be with a woman that's like, no,
that
honey,
doesn't look right.
don't do that.
Right.
Idiot. You know, so it for me, it really comes down to balance and, again, putting forth effort. And if I see that you're putting forth effort, that's going to speak volumes.
Kind of makes you want to put forth effort.
Exactly, because it's at the end of the day, it's all hands on deck.
Right.
You know, when you're starting to talk long term and we're going to have kids and there's a lot of responsibilities that are coming into play. And so it's like, yes, like, you know, I will express that, hey, I don't really care for this. I don't like this so much. And if you're making an attempt to change that, to help, all day long, you're going to get my loyalty. Because I'm a pretty
Right.
loyal guy
Right.
regardless, you know.
Right.
I have my issues. I'm not perfect. And I realized that first.
Yeah.
I used to go into relationships like, I'm the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
I now realize that no, by no means.
right.
Like, you know,
take what
right,
you see is
like,
what you get.
exactly.
Kind of
Like,
right. I know
after you get past my representative.
Right.
So, you know, it's like, I have to have that appreciation that you do see something in me and you're going to move forward, and patience, you know.
Mhm.
So people around me, my friends and family, I love them because they are really, really patient.
Yeah.
And like, yes, like patience of Job
Right.
to deal
That's
with
a lot
me
of
because
patience.
I got issues. Like,
No, we all do.
We
you
all
know.
do.
I
First
got
lady has issues.
So what about you, First Lady? What area do you have the more
Flexibility.
leeway? Right.
Not that bank account.
I know it's not that bank account.
He
Y'all
needs to
got
have an
me all
account
messed
at
up.
He better,
Santander,
right. He better have
Bank
a
of
Citizens
America,
account,
Eastern Bank.
Eastern Bank, TD
What's the fancy bank?
North.
BNY.
Here in Bank of
He
America.
better have a black
Okay.
card, a white card, a Spanish card, a
purple
Asian
card.
card.
A Tiffany's
Wrong.
card.
I'm being represented. Wrong.
We're just
They are-
messing with First
Yes.
Lady over here. Okay, so what's your area of flexibility then?
Oh my gosh, because I mean, I struggled with when I was listening to him talk about this, and it made me question, you know, do I need some more flexibility in like of dating and stuff like that? But area of flexibility, damn.
Because you know you got to be able to, you got to bend somewhere.
You do.
Because you're not gonna get the perfect person.
Nope. You're never gonna get.
You're
perfection
never gonna
when you-
get right.
But here's the thing.
People
It's
always
weird.
say that.
I will say this. You're never going to get a perfect person, but when you find the one, the love is perfect.
For you.
For you, yes.
Right.
Right.
Yes. When you find the
Perfect for
one for you,
Right.
the love that you two share
Is
perfect.
perfect. Right.
So it's like that's the beauty in it.
Exactly.
And I think that's what you have to hold on to, especially during the bad times. Like, you know, it can be rough. And,
it is.
You know.
But that's part of it.
It-
People
it
confuse
is.
it though. They think that this person can never swear. They have to go to church every Sunday.
Right.
They have to eat with their mouth closed. They have to pray before every meal. They have
Right.
to like my parents. They have to be like no.
Right. You do.
No.
I think you grow up with this checklist and reality sets in and you're just like, no. Because
checklist
first
is
of all,
out
I
the
don't
window.
even meet my own standard, you know?
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
like what
That's very
what I
true.
expect of you, I don't even do
I don't even
myself.
do it,
Like there are plenty of
yes.
times that I get up in the morning, it's like, oh yeah, I should go over to morning prayer, but
Yes. Things
I'm
happen
not.
though. Right.
I'm tired. I went to bed. You know, so it's just
is
like
what it
it's
is.
life.
Right.
It's a fluid, moving thing, and it's just like it's not meant to live inside of this box that we try to put it in.
So true.
Okay, but I heard you speak right, and I still like even after all of you said like what is it that you're flexible with?
There's so much because here's the thing: when you find that one, then yes. Now, okay, I'll tell you what I'm not flexible with. I'm not flexible. I will not date a non-Christian. Like I would not be in a relationship with a non-Christian because I need that foundation.
Right.
If I'm going to spend the rest of and fortunately I do have that. Fortunately, in my current relationship, I do have someone that is a Christian.
Right.
So we have that first
That
and foremost.
foundation.
There's the
Very
foundation
important. Right.
that you know what we can have our issues but there's still something that's stronger than us that will bring us together.
Right.
That's first and foremost. And intelligence.
Huge.
You can't be dumb.
At all.
You can
Like-
even be around me and be dumb.
No.
You just will feel some sort
None of my
way.
friends are
I'll
dumb.
leave.
None of that. I will too.
So leave.
I will say a lot of big words and make you feel bad and then leave.
Right.
Like, so intelligence and spirituality, those are like the foundation. But I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm with the person that I'm with because, again, it started with, oh, she's cute. She's sexy.
It usually starts with looks.
I
though.
got to get her number.
Right.
I have to do something. And then, but throughout time, it's been patience. It's been understanding. It's been patience and patience and patience and a little bit more patience and a lot of more patience. And, that's really what it's come down to. But then it's also me as a boy just growing up to say, you know what? Because you can't pay me to be out in today's world and date. I'm sorry.
Not in today.
Okay.
It's tough.
It's tough. I'm out here.
Yeah,
It's tough.
I hear the stories.
Man,
I see
I
see the mobile apps,
I'm telling you, bro.
the tenders.
I'm telling you.
The reason why, that just had me think about. I am on a dating site, right?
Okay.
And just a little. Have you guys ever know that there are people behind bars that have pages
Yeah.
on sites?
But how do they?
Facebook.
Yeah, they can access
POF.
computers in jail.
Okay.
You have like free
And hit you
time
up.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
I just want to say that's crazy to me.
So okay.
What do you have to offer me that you're in jail? What's your
Well, I
game?
mean-
what's your
There's some girls that like men like that.
Right.
They really do. And that's a messed up mentality, but
because
they
they
love
feel
it.
needed. That's what I really think it comes down to. Because he's in a dire situation, you're gonna have to help him out.
Very low self-esteem.
Okay, so I got mine. As I sat here listening to you talk, I am flexible with a man with a not so good past.
Okay.
That mean you may have spent time in jail.
So what if he hits you up while he's in? Is that? Or am I pushing?
She was like,
Okay,
"Oh,
never
no."
mind. Just go ahead and turn my
I
mic
said your
off.
past. Okay.
Just go ahead and
You
turn
came
my
out,
mic.
turned your life around.
Right. Go ahead and turn my. I'm done talking for the day.
I'm flexible with your past.
Okay.
Only because the things that I'm not flexible with is present things. How you treat me, your work ethic, your conversation, how you make me feel, stuff like that.
Because we have gotten on you about the finances. So, what level do you need him to be at financially? Just give us an outlook. 6 figures.
I don't even need, I'm not, see, and that's what you miss, because I'm not even saying that he
I'm
needs
just
to be
saying,
having.
for your ring, you need 6 figures.
I'm just saying, don't give me nothing out of the blow pop, bubblegum machine. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like,
But the
if you
Cracker
know me, then you know what to get me.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what I'm like.
So can he go to K Jeweler? Can
Yeah,
he hit
he
up?
can go to K
Can he hit up a
Jewelers.
mall?
Yes, he
jewelry
can.
store?
He can. Yes.
Yeah.
And see, that's what I'm saying. He can. I'm just saying the right guy's not gonna bring me the wrong ugly ring. You're not gonna bring me the wrong ring. I done coached you through this thing.
When did you start
I
coaching?
coached you.
Like,
Taking
I feel there's
classes?
a bracket.
Right, I had to study for this.
Fantasy football
I done
league.
coached
there
you through this
is there
thing.
gonna be a final?
You are not bringing me the wrong ring. I believe it because
Do
you're
you
gonna
get a
be that
certificate?
one that you know what I like. You know,
Yeah.
you're not bringing me
Okay.
the wrong ring.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
The one we have to bring him on the show.
Yeah, we're
Like
gonna
that
have to
brother.
prep him.
Like
We need to
I
get
just,
him.
No, just when this all said and done, and First Lady's like, I'm getting married. I just want to bring him on the show.
Right.
Like, hey.
Like, bro, do you know what you're
Yeah,
getting
you're not
into?
scared.
I
Scaring
just want
nobody
to
off.
know. I
You're
just
not
want to
scaring nobody
know,
off.
like, what
You're
did
not
you
scared.
do? Like, sir, let me see your resume.
y'all trying to say I'm that much? Am I that really that much?
No, no,
No, you're not.
no.
You're not.
You actually have standards that
That more women
more
should
women
have.
should have.
Real
Exactly.
talk.
So the things I'm not willing to are like how you treat me, your work ethic, intelligence, family aspects of things, your respect. Those things I'm not willing to make any type of. You gotta treat me good, and I
Right.
believe I gotta treat you good.
Right.
You know what I mean? I believe I gotta work hard. I believe you should have to work hard.
Right.
I don't believe in deception or living foul to get ahead. Like those are things that I'm not going to make exceptions about.
Would you ever pull in Alicia Keys?
No, I don't
Even if he was
I
the-
don't even respect her for that.
No. Let's say he was everything you just described.
God's not gonna send me somebody else's husband.
No. Now here's the thing. Let's say it was already a very rocky marriage. This person
I don't
is.
believe God's sending me somebody else's husband. He's still married. At the end of the day, we can try to make that whatever it was. That man was still married.
Would
So
you
what
still
if
leave
they're
the
on
door open though?
What if they're like, because here's my thing.
But my thing is, then be respectful. Go finish that up.
Mhm.
Take care of that, and then come back to me if this really was what you want. But we're not gonna prance around and
Would you
still married.
entertain? Would you still entertain?
would you
things
have
like-
conversations? Because
Right.
because it's almost like, hey, we've separated. Like we don't live together no more.
But that wasn't that
we-
situation though.
I don't really know.
No, but that wasn't his
Okay.
situation. And,
So, but
and I see
so
what
I
you're
guess
saying.
yeah. So it's like we don't live together. We're just literally waiting on our court date.
Mhm.
Like,
Oh, okay. I mean that's
so
different though.
legally, yes, we are still married on
Right.
paper, but we are.
No,
We don't
because he
act
used
like
that
it.
reference. That which I'm saying. That's
So I don't
different.
really because I heard that, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna be honest with you. I was dating someone when I met my
Somebody
person,
else. Mhm.
you know, and it was just like, hold up,
Stuff happens.
You
right.
know?
Right.
right, and it's just like, and that person has gone on and they're living happily, and you know,
Right.
I mean, it happens.
Sometimes it works
You broke
out.
up.
Granted,
I mean, were you into? But
granted,
that's
we
different.
weren't married.
You weren't married, and were you
Right,
in two
there were
relationships
no-
at the same time?
No.
Okay,
no,
so you met someone else you rather had been with or wanted to move on to.
They were coworkers.
Oh, you foul.
Oh, all three of you work together?
No, the two
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh.
Ooh.
at the Christmas party.
I told you this
actually.
something. Well, listen. I told you
D
something.
is
Didn't I tell you?
not playing.
I told you to someone right.
But I will say this: I ended things
Did it the right way.
right, and
You know
then
were they
drama.
'cause I
coworker friends?
couldn't-
Were they friends as coworkers?
No, they were just like we happen to work at the same place.
Is it still currently like that?
No,
Okay, I was gonna say
No.
that's really
No.
kind of awkward.
no,
Okay, good.
and this was years ago. You know,
Okay.
Like, and again, we have to keep in mind, like,
How did you get in
we're
touch
talking,
with the
like I was like early 20s. You know,
How did you meet the girl though?
Oh, what would you say? Christmas party?
yeah,
How did the exchanging of information happen?
Facebook.
I love Facebook.
You know, send that friend
So you
request.
seen her and then got her name. Of course, knew her last
I
name.
knew her name.
And so you just went
So here's the
friend
thing,
requested.
honestly, the girl that I was with told me about her and was just like, avoid her, because she knew that the girl was my type. So she was just like, yeah, don't talk to her.
You know what you did? You done make it so hard for females right now. Let me tell you what a female's
How?
at home thinking.
What?
I can't bring this food nowhere. Nowhere.
First of all,
I better tell him
first of
chicks
all-
has STDs.
First of all, I was
can't bring him
I was
nowhere.
19 years old in the car with my mother, and she was like, we gonna go in this store. And you ain't gonna touch nothing. No, but you know, in all seriousness, I mean, she knew what was up, and I think it was fate.
What did
You-
the
I mean-
ex-girlfriend think about it?
Oh,
What did
she
she-
wasn't happy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, there was it was
Tension.
oh, fireworks.
Explosions.
What's the big
Bombs.
fire exhibit?
Look, 'cause
that
I'm
got-
in my
It's, yeah, we'll finish
I'm
that off
like
the
it
air.
was me, and I'm like,
Yeah. Oh.
Look at her face.
Yeah,
Cheekbone. She's about to
I
throw
don't,
the mic
I don't,
at you.
Yo,
I just don't like
right?
deceitful things.
Grab her
I'm
purse.
really big on being.
But
But
not-
again,
that wasn't really
early
that doesn't seem to-
20s,
that's just honesty,
young
though.
kid.
that's not honesty. You're my man, and
He
you
didn't
go
cheat on his
home.
girl.
Did you cheat on your girl? Yes, he did.
I mean, honestly,
Yes, he
if
did.
I'm being
Maybe
honest,
okay.
if I'm being honest, I think yes, because you don't always have to be physical to cheat.
No,
The
you don't.
fact
True.
that I'm with you, but I'm like breaking it off
right,
to be with someone else, like
Right.
the fact that I'm in a relationship with you and I'm already having that thought,
right. Yeah, that is right.
you
True.
know, and it was like it kind of
But were there issues prior? Was this thing gonna break off regardless?
Yeah,
Was
this
it one of
wasn't.
those kind
Yeah,
of
it was.
things?
This was like literally just a girlfriend. You know, it was just like weird boyfriend girlfriend, but I don't see myself marrying you. Like I'm not trying to spend the rest of my life with you. And again, I'm not even 25 yet. Maybe. Yeah. No. So it was just like
So you believe it's faith because you're with the one you want to marry?
Yeah, I mean it's lasted. It's so obviously. Yeah,
Right.
You know, I mean, something has to be said with it. I'm with her and not the other. So it's like,
Right.
yeah.
It's interesting.
Are you happy, like, because I said it on the air? Like, is that why you're, like, sitting there, like, looking like yeah.
Okay.
So wait, so you were gonna say, was there another area? You said that. No. What was the question? You would ask us a question. I think it was.
Don't even remember.
It was
Play
like,
back
what
the tape.
what is his financials?
Yeah, what
Oh
is this
yeah, he's
financial
making me
with-
like I'm a gold digger. I'm not gold digger.
But you ain't messing with a bro.
No.
So
nobody has time
what
for
if
that
what if
story.
he was what if he was a cashier at Burger King? Would you date
No.
him? How come?
What are we talking about? Like literally, what are we talking about in life?
He could be a very intelligent person.
Exactly.
No.
He could
just-
he could
just-
be
it's
he
tough
could be an
finding his
He's trying to
job.
figure out
He
what
could be
the
an
next
MBA
way
at
to
Harvard.
build robots that make the burgers. I
Yeah,
don't know. I
he
don't
could,
understand. Like,
actually.
It's tough finding a job.
no, my brother has asked me the same thing, and I've said to him, no,
Really?
no.
So what if he was able
What
to
if he's
get
a
you?
manager? What if he was like, you know what? I want to own my own Burger King. So if I gotta flip these burgers right now, that's what I gotta do. That's just gonna be part of my story.
I just don't think that we'll have much in common.
Damon Dash wasn't always the founder of FUBU.
Well, if you heard, Damon Dash wasn't the founder of FUBU.
I mean, not Damon. Not Dash.
Right.
Damon.
Dane, we know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I
Right.
think
Shark Tank
Right.
Tank guy.
Right.
I'm connected with him on LinkedIn, by the way.
No, I just don't feel like we have anything in common. Again, if I'm having a hard time to have it, like the guy I went out with,
Mhm.
he's a construction worker, and my ambition is what it is, and I feel like he's, really cool. And like I said, great dude in the sense of take care of his bills, take care of his kids,
Mm-hmm.
but he's okay. He's complacent, and he's okay at where he's at. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you're talking to me and talking about someone who works at Burger King. I'm not gonna feel like we're gonna have a lot in common. Because I'm gonna be talking about everything I'm trying
so
to
let me
do
ask
and
you
everything
this.
I'm into. I just feel like it's so like apples and oranges.
So let me ask you
If
this.
they're okay where they're at.
Let me ask you this.
Hmm.
So imagine Malcolm. Not Malcolm from Empire, but just Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm
Why can't I imagine
is
that?
a BC graduate.
Yes.
He has an MBA.
Mm.
He works at State Street Bank.
Okay.
He's also very active in his community.
Oh.
He pledged Alpha Phi Alpha.
Long as he ain't shimming.
Right. Loves his mom. He's a mentor.
Okay.
Whole 9 yards.
Yes.
You would date him, right?
From what you presented, yes.
Now, he has zero time for you. He decides that State Street wants to relocate him to California. And let's say he does have time for you. Let's say all is good, but State Street wants to relocate him. And you have to go. But you just got this great opportunity here. Your poetry career is about to blow up.
Poetry, okay.
What do you do? Because oftentimes I think that's what I think in our bubble. I think when we're writing it down,
Right.
we want that person that emulates us a little bit and
Mhm.
looks like us.
Right.
But then when it comes down to the logistics, I think sometimes we start to see, wait a second, this might not be as great as it
Sounds
seems
right.
to be. Because now, whose career comes first?
Good question. Very good question.
Well, where are we at in our relationship? Am I just meeting and dating this guy?
Nope. You guys are going to get married.
Oh.
Maybe like 2-3 years in already.
Yeah. Everything's been great.
He got that nice $30,000 ring for you.
Smiling.
Yep, I see.
Smiling. I'm going to California.
Okay.
Nice. Good
Very
answer.
nice.
I'm going to California.
Very
Because
nice.
ultimately, I mean, above everything else, because I can have a career there.
Mm.
Okay, I'm not indigent. You know what I mean? I can get on my foot. I love the idea. I want to be a mother more than anything. Like, I want a family. So to me, that's where my family's gonna be. That's where I need to be. That's
Awesome.
because to me, I talked about Whitney Houston, and I talked about how disappointed I was because your calling was really your daughter, and you failed her. So for you talking about if I'm gonna blow up and all that other stuff, to me, children, like raising a child is probably the biggest and most important thing I think I'm going to ever do in life. So, yeah, California.
Awesome.
But how did you tie in children to that?
Because if I'm gonna marry him, I'm gonna have
Okay.
kids.
Okay,
stuff
so
like
let me
that.
change one factor in that whole scenario. You'd mentioned he's with State Street
Right.
and got relocated. Now, if you're with State Street, there's a lot of stability right there. Let's say he was relocating not to work at State Street, but he was starting his own business. So now we all know when you start your own business, first year or two, profits don't look so great. But this is somebody that he's very ambitious. He works hard, and he told you I'm gonna move to California. I want you to come, but I'm starting my own business. Money might not be so good right now for the
Right.
next 2 years until I get stuff going, and you have your opportunity back here.
That's a situation you can, because of past of successfulness, work hard, done right by you, that you can take that risk and
So
go
you
to
feel
California.
it's justified.
It's a justifiable. You know how he treats you. It's not like he don't get on and leave you for. You know what I mean? You didn't think he gonna leave you or nothing if he get rich because you've seen him with money.
Would it
before.
matter what kind of business he's starting?
Well, I mean, what is he going to open up a?
What if he's gonna open up
drug,
what if he's
weed?
gonna open up a Burger King
There you go. Why you gotta go to California and open a Burger King?
or a
'Cause that's
Sonic?
where they're
Maybe you know what I'm saying. Maybe one of those.
Do they have Sonic here?
No,
In Boston? 'Cause
not
I
in
hear
Boston.
the commercials all the time.
Not
It's
in
so
Boston.
frustrating.
Yes, they do.
Not in Boston.
Route 1.
Like Saugus or something.
Yeah, it's August.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's not
that's
Boston.
not Boston.
Oh, no, yeah, not Boston. Unless you meant Massachusetts. We are, everything. Is
Okay, so yeah, he's going to open a Burger King in
y'all gonna leave this Burger King out of it, okay? We ain't
Okay,
even eating Burger
Subway.
King like that no
You're
more.
gonna open up a Chipotle.
Chipotle.
There you go.
And I'm gonna make the guac.
Right.
The guac.
There you go.
Like I said, if it sounds smart
Mm-hmm.
and if I've known him to be successful in a relationship, I wouldn't mind taking that risk.
Okay,
Awesome.
that's good.
Okay?
Message
First
to all
lady
y'all
is
ladies
not
out there.
a gold digger. Okay?
There we go.
Y'all ladies
She just
need
ain't
to-
messing with no broke.
Right, broke digger.
So
How about you, Shay?
Yeah, that's exactly where I
What
was
scenario?
going.
Go ahead, lay it on me. Lay it on me.
I don't know
what
because
what-
he's not as tough as you are. Like he's a little bit flexible. Like so.
Shay, what is the hardest thing though right now with you and dating? And he's not that flexible.
It's really the standards. It is the hardest thing is the standards with females these days because a lot of females don't have any, and it's sad because I grew up in an era when standards was everything. You lived and
Right.
died by it.
Right.
Now it's like it's out the window. There's no men
And roles
like
have been reversed.
yeah.
It's like the women are the aggressors in some instances.
In some
now.
instances, yes.
Do you hear the feedback?
Yeah, I
And-
do.
yeah, I do.
Is
Yeah, I
that
do.
this?
I think that might be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deal with those people. Trying to get these mics right.
Check.
La, 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 la.
So yeah, so the standards really are like that's my biggest drawback is just when I hear the word wifey or someone who's a wife.
What is that? Ugh.
Wifey, that's just a
you know,
cute
just wife.
What
you
is
know,
that?
Just a
cute way of
version
saying it.
wife.
Of saying what?
Of wife. Maybe
But if you're
at
not
the
a wife, though.
altar.
Because I said this other day,
Right.
there are a lot of women walking around acting like they're wives and don't got a wedding album to show.
No, but what I meant is when I hear the term wife material,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Call me old fashioned, but there are certain things. One of my biggest components in that is listening. and I feel like there's too much of
Okay.
today. It's so.
I feel like too many women want to be what they see on the reality TV
Yeah.
shows.
They
It's
want to
almost
be
like
these
they're auditioning.
characters, right? Like cameras are around us,
Right,
and that I don't know about. Like who you
Right.
auditioning for?
right.
Because I'm here.
It's like even if you look, like let's have let's go to, I don't know. It's just like the simple thing of just going out to eat. It's
Mhm.
almost like they make it into some women make it into a big
series,
production.
right?
Like there's gonna be a camera crew there,
Exactly.
and it's like
You mean because
really?
you would get dressed up or
No.
No,
it's
just
just
their
the
whole
dramatics.
attitude and
Oh,
just
okay.
their
The
vibe
dramatics,
with it.
over
like,
dramatic.
It's crazy.
Okay.
And I just it's that's my biggest drawback to it because at the end of the day, I'm very old fashioned. I'm not so old fashioned where you have to stay home and cook and clean. No, not
No,
that
no, of
old fashioned. But I'm old fashioned in the sense that I feel the man wears the pants in the relationship. I feel at the end of the day, you don't have to do what your husband tells you to do all the time. But I feel that, if I offer a suggestion like, oh, babe, I don't know if that outfit looks great on you or something, like I don't think there should be a lot of
Pushback.
backlash. Right. And even if you don't agree with it, there's a way that you can present that
Right.
without the
Do you think I should
You ain't my
automatically
father.
change because you said that though?
no.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that
Oh.
not automatically. I think
I
that
misunderstood the question.
I think that you should at least hear what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like there should be
No,
no
yeah.
reason that what I'm saying is just
Thrown
words
out
now.
the window.
Right.
Yeah, like
Right.
that is not. And in this day and age, it falls back on that independent woman movement. Us men are like worthless. If you really think about it, women, especially black women, in this day and age, they don't need a man for nothing, and they go around saying it. They scream it at the top of their lungs. I don't need no do nothing for me. But the minute they want to have a baby, now you need the baby batter. Where does that come from?
Exactly.
So, what?
Even if you're going to the sperm bank.
Right. And if that's all we're good for, really? That's what it's come down to now? That's it? Just baby batter? So that's part of why I don't,
The
because
standards.
we don't get appreciated. We really don't. And I'm not saying that every, even the dog dudes or the no good should be appreciated, but the good ones are still getting overlooked.
Okay.
We're getting classified in the same
Do
area.
you think that it's some? I think some of it with women and have problems with men. I even say to myself that I'm looking at the wrong type of dudes, or do you think that may be some of it too? You may be looking. Are you steady looking at the same type of chicks all the time of potential dating?
As far as, what do you mean, in
Are you trying
character-wise
or are you trying?
or looks-wise? Because like I said,
Like, are you going to do you go to the same nightclub to meet women?
Oh, no,
And
no,
then,
no, no.
like, oh, this isn't working.
No. I think
Where
with
do
me,
you go to meet?
I think everywhere's game. Everywhere is a possibility to meet somebody.
you can meet somebody at Tedeschi's.
Yeah.
You could be in line at Tedeschi's and you see somebody buying the same tea you drink.
Right.
And you're like, oh, wow, I thought I was the only one who drank that.
Right.
And then next thing you know,
But no, like with being on the active dating hunt,
mm-hmm.
where do you guys go to
And
meet
that's
people?
hard. That's hard because there's no really place you go.
Right.
Majority of what I do during the week is go to work and go home.
And it's like we live in a city of 4 million people.
Right.
This isn't like, in St. Louis, like St. Louis is significantly smaller than Boston.
Mm.
And that's
So it's just
even scary
like-
to think about because
Yeah,
You know,
because Boston
it
is
seems
small.
so small. 'cause
Right.
How everybody knows everybody here.
This is huge. Like this, like literally for me, and I don't want to make it seem like St. Louis is a small town because it's not. But it's not Boston.
Yeah.
It's not New York. And so they do all these case studies on, like that's why they have the whole show Married at First Sight in taking place in New York, because you're literally in a city with millions of
Yeah.
people. But it's still, the quality for you still trickles down to 1, 2, maybe 5 at the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people don't always see
They don't
or
get it.
realize.
They don't get it. And, I'm just big on, I think that in any relationship, you have to know, first of all, you got to pick out your top 2 or 3, maybe 4 most important things
Right.
to you. And you have to find that
Yes.
in your
I
partner.
agree.
Yeah.
Because you could probably feel like 10 things count, but you got to pick out the top 3 most. Like you mentioned, religion.
Right.
That's definitely one of them.
Right.
I'm Christian. I can't date someone who's Muslim. We
Right.
can be
we
cool.
can be friends.
We can be
Exactly.
friends. We can go party
all day long. We can even talk about the differences, and I'm going
Right.
to respect you all day long.
Right.
But what I need in my inner circle when I'm at the lowest of low, I need you praying to the same
the
God
same
that I
God.
believe in
Yes,
to get me out of
exactly.
whatever it is that I'm in.
Exactly.
And that's why, for me, that connection has to be there. Like, it's
Right.
not, do we go to church or do we go to
the mosque.
Right.
Right.
Like, no.
Mhm.
Like, it's, well, which church do we
Are
go
we going
to?
to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'm gonna say to that is I brought up earlier how when you go out on a date, what do you ask on the first date? Certain things. I feel in this day and age also, back in the day when the dating was going on, you were really going on dates. Like,
True.
and on these dates, you had minimum 5-10. Like, parents were involved. You were actually getting to know this person. You learned a little bit about them.
Oh, you
their
mean like high
past.
school?
Right, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
people don't even take the time to research who the hell they're dating. It's like, oh, he's cute. I know what he's like in the bed. Really? Do you know if he has AIDS? Does he have, how many partners he have? Like, has he, you're not doing no homework?
Right.
Nope.
It's just, he looks this way. She got a fat,
Right.
where's the research? So that's why it's so hard for me to really
I do think standards are a problem within women. I mean, for me, it's a
gotten
part
so
of,
much lower.
it's a part of the reason why I have a hard time. Well, not a hard time, but I rather at this point in life not. I don't really mess with too many women. Like hang out with, go out with, and stuff like that. Because when you talk about standards and what they'll accept and all that stuff, it's really low, and it's hard to me have meaningful relationships or conversations when you have a group or you have women that have such low standards. Because you're sitting, you're listening to this, like, whoa. You get
I
what I'm
don't
saying? It's
think-
hard.
I don't think I could be a woman
I
and
couldn't
date
take it.
in today's world.
But you know what though? I don't want to cut you off. I think women have more of an advantage than men in the dating.
Well, if I was
scene.
traditional, yeah, because I mean, I would just go for the free meals. I would be on a date every day.
I'm it's so. It's not just that too. It's
That's all it would be for me.
one thing I hate that I just don't find fair is, and women bring this up as an example, and I'm like, you can't because we're not playing on. This is apples and oranges.
Right.
You guys throw themselves at you every day. Like you could be walking down the street, not
in today's
like
world,
guys.
like
no.
like.
If an
Women are
attractive
very
woman,
Let me
aggressive.
let me explain something to you. I have
No.
just simple old regular old me
right?
have checked into a hotel room only to have 20 minutes later the chick that was at the front desk is now in my room.
She didn't see
No,
that
I believe
American
it.
Express.
I believe it.
So it's like,
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but now put a woman in that same situation.
well, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit different. 'cause he's
At
gonna
the
get
counter,
arrested.
she's getting harassed. At the elevator, now
Never
another
really gotta be
harassment.
that blatant to be in the room though. Like that's a bit.
Right.
That's not.
So sometimes women take it a step.
I
like,
actually like that.
Uh-uh.
I like a somewhat not
Because let me
too
explain something to
aggressive.
you. I just got
That's
off
really
of a plane.
aggressive.
No, that one is.
I just got off of a plane.
But I like-
done
don't be
taken my
scared.
shoes off and
right. The dogs is killing you.
right, you know,
wanna relax.
It's like you've been around people, so you let out that fart that you've been holding. for a
Right,
minute.
right.
I mean, there's just a lot.
Get some blue moon in you.
Exactly.
Right.
You know.
You don't want to talk
Well,
about
no.
Oh, we gotta go soon because I gotta stop at the liquor store. I'm out of
blue moon's calling.
I'm doing the Harpoon IPA. Still got 3 in the fridge.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of like a take charge kind of woman. Not too aggressive, but I like a woman who can be like
At least, here's my thing. Give me a sign, and I'll run with it.
something like that,
That's
right?
why earlier when we talked about Miss Chalet earlier and wanting aggressive men, I like an aggressive man. Like, girl, shut up, come here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that.
Some girls,
like, oh, that's everything. Cause
Right.
I mean, he's trying to tell me shut up. Yeah.
I can just picture First Lady in something like that too. Like, did he just? Oh my God! Like that. like thinking about it and just like, you know, liking it. I can so picture it.
Yes.
I could too.
So,
You know,
that's why like my type is like, I love Curtis Jackson. Like he's just
Mr. 50 Cent.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. She actually shut up after
Right.
saying it. So
Folded
it's
the
just
lips
like,
and everything.
Very
What just
aggressive,
happened? Like-
very aggressive man. Like, oh,
right,
yeah,
shot
blah,
how many
Mhm.
times?
blah.
How many
I
times?
know,
was he
right?
shot?
9, right?
Oh wow, that's
You
a
like
lot.
that, huh? The
Very
gangster stuff.
sexy.
Mhm.
I'm forgiving him his past. Look at his future, okay? Look at his future.
Right.
His
the
future
other
was-
jaw.
Right. He's like, girl, I want your jaw to look like mine.
Right. Right. I got the
Curtis, you
magic.
wouldn't do that to me. I ain't listening to them. They're haters.
Right.
G unit.
Shoot unit.
I know, right? Right.
Oh,
Intensive care
man.
unit.
Right. Love it. Love it.
No, but okay, I'll give you an example of the kind of aggressiveness I like. Remember that picture they had posted on Facebook? I think they were at a I forgot which world leader they were at his debate or whatever, but it was Barack and Michelle. And Barack was sitting down. The whole stadium was packed or whatever. There was a white lady next to him. And I guess she
Oh,
must
that's
have been his
Nelson
biggest
Mandela's-
fan or something.
Was that Nelson Mandela's funeral?
Was it Nelson Mandela?
And
I
he
think
was
so.
taking selfies with her and his wife.
And she was going in like no one was. It looked like they weren't paying attention to what was really
yeah,
going
Nelson
on.
Mandela's funeral.
And Michelle was like her whole expression said it all.
Oh, you got that's a sister all day long. What is this?
She
What is
just-
this?
That's the kind of because there's some women who will look at that and be like, oh no.
I don't know that type of sister.
You understand what
I
I'm
will say
saying?
this.
I don't know
I
any
will
type of
say
sister.
I
that
kind of like a somewhat, not. Don't tell me what
I
to
would
do.
like I said, I would
but
have leaned over there. But at this funeral, I would have leaned over.
because you saw what she did, she got right up and went right in the middle of them.
Like, you need to
I was
change
like,
this
oh
and
shit. And Barack, and when they showed the next picture, Barack was there like.
and it's like, and so here's the thing, like,
I was dying.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
I do because I'm very vocal. Like,
Me too.
for instance, like you don't really have to guess who I'm in a relationship with,
Right.
especially if you're on Facebook. And so,
Right.
for instance, I was making mention. I was like, and this is a private conversation that I was having at home with my significant other, and I was just like, there's this one particular person on your Facebook page, and if he comments one more time,
Yeah.
if he goes side, just say just one
One
thing.
more again. Now one more again.
We gonna have a talk.
Right.
We're gonna have a long talk.
I agree
If
though.
I gotta come up to your job and have a talk, cause see, I'm
because you
still
already know
that
how
dude.
the job stuff go down, right?
Like,
Because
I'm-
you pulled the move, so you more open to
wait.
know how the moves go.
Hold on.
I'm still that dude. Like, don't get it twisted.
Wait, let me
and
ask
so
you
I
something.
hope he's listening.
Let me ask you
Because
a quick question
I'm
though.
giving you a forewarning.
This is somebody she works with?
No, she doesn't work with him.
Oh.
It's just something. I'm just that dude that if I can't get you on the phone, if I have to come up to your house, if I have to come up to your job, if we need to have a conversation,
Right.
and again, I said I go hard in the paint for everything.
Right.
We're gonna have that
You
conversation.
talking about you and him?
Yeah.
You don't need to have a conversation with him.
I was
don't
getting,
think
I was
so.
just
But
about to ask
hold
you
on.
this.
not
And
you.
so here's
That's
the
not
other
you.
thing. And
Mhm.
that's where she came in. She was like, you're good. Like, don't worry about it. Like, don't. And she will shut it down.
Okay.
But there's sometimes just as men, we don't always hear how a woman.
How she handled it.
Right. We don't always hear that.
Right.
And
And they
so
don't always do it the way
sometimes-
we want them to
Right.
do
So
it.
sometimes, I just, again, you're in a relationship. So it's like you have to help each other out. So I'm just going to come and help you out
Right. Right.
real quick.
But y'all would call us crazy because I'm with you. Because
I'm
I'm
not-
going to do that and shade.
but
You'll
here's
be
my
like, oh,
thing.
you're crazy. No, what's wrong with you?
But I go
Right?
in and I let you know I'm crazy. I'm still that dude. Like,
Right,
I,
right.
no.
And
I
I
talk
could
like
get to
that.
that.
They'd be like, girl, she crazy. But I'm just like, no, if she
We-
comments one more time and likes one more picture,
Mm-hmm.
like before I can like a picture, she's the
It's-
first
and
person
it's
to always like
every
all your
single
pictures.
thing. It's like, why do you like? I'm just like, how is it that I don't see the value in all the stuff that you post to make some
But
type
he
of?
is,
He
right.
giving you that.
It's
He
like-
giving you that shine that.
It's almost like because you know how so on Facebook you can like put something where like each time somebody posts something. Like you get
Notification.
A
notification,
notification,
right?
right.
I'm like, why?
His
Right.
notification is set.
I'm notorious for if I've done this where I posted a picture and of the person I'm dealing with, and some random dude, and she got mad likes on it, looked great in the picture. Some random dude posts a picture of himself in the wife beater, talking about get at me on IG, and blah 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 blah. I deleted that thing so fast.
I wish.
It was like, because my whole thing is there's certain situations
You
where
posted the picture of your girl?
yes, it was I shared it. It was a picture of her,
Did
but
you
it was
tag
my
anything
picture.
in there? And you was
No,
like,
it was just I posted it, tagged. Well, I didn't tag her in it,
no,
but
did
it
you
was
say
like one of
anything above it? Did you caption it? Like, oh, look at my
Like
boo.
you guys were in a picture together.
those. No, it was a picture of her.
Oh,
It
okay.
was just a picture of her,
Right.
and I mean, anybody who looks at it won't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't put my business out there like that, but it was just to see that, because all the other comments were like, "Oh, you look really nice.
Right.
Wow, great pic."
Well, maybe he thought you were just sharing a picture of a hottie. Because some dudes do share pictures of
But
nice
no,
looking
'cause-
women.
No, because you can tell from the comments this is somebody that we all know in the community.
And not to
You know what
mention,
I'm
that's
saying?
not something that Shay does anyway. You know.
right.
Oh,
So to
okay.
post that, I was just like, because I got the notification quick,
Right.
and I'm like, it. So I had to check myself because I was gonna inbox, and I was like, but I checked myself because I felt there's certain. That's why I asked you, is this person at her job? There are certain instances where you don't have to say nothing.
Oh yeah. No.
I'm gonna look at my girl to be like, listen, this dude keeps hitting you up. You better check him. That is not my place.
And I
You
will
know
say
what
that
I'm
I'm
saying?
fortunate because she knows that I'm crazy.
And that's why,
Like because there was a
things-
comment, she posted something, and then someone made a comment referencing something, and I couldn't get to my phone fast enough because she just read the comment out, and I was. And BlackBerry, we don't have the swipe. We got to type in.
Dang, you
This is
lost
the
out.
one time I was upset. I had to type in my password because I was about to comment and go in on him.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'm deleting it. Don't worry. Like
She took her
'Cause
iPhone and just quickly deleted
right,
it
she
before
did.
you could
She
even
did. She did.
get there.
Yeah. But I mean,
No, I mean, like I hear you. I mean, I'm a female, so
I'm that dude, though.
understand. But
Yeah.
so I'm just saying. And if
Shay
you're
would be
listening-
calling me crazy and all types of stuff.
I'll only call someone crazy depending on how you handle.
Because I'm just going to have a conversation.
Yeah,
But
I'll
now, if
talk.
something, if you say
No.
the wrong words, if you say the wrong words while we having this conversation, I can't promise what's going to happen after that.
Right,
I mean,
I
I
don't know
am
what my hands are gonna do.
prior military. Just give you a forewarning.
I just have a feeling if First Lady was to approach a
Lady's
situation like that,
conversation-
it wouldn't start off.
Because is this conversation after or before she done snatched a weave out? It's
I
like
mean, my conversations are good. I'm a really respectful. Like, don't get.
No, I know you are.
I'm very respectful because I know if you cross that line with me, and I know if you're not respectful, I'm 0 to 100.
Yeah.
So I try to make sure that I'm most definitely respectful to you,
Mm-hmm.
and not just let you take it from there. So
I just feel like, because you can have a conversation like, let's say this is the person, you could be this distance and be like, girl, I just seen that you've been doing a lot of activity on my man.
I mean, my conversation might go like, girl, you're foul. There's something wrong with you.
I just
I
don't
hope you
see
didn't
why
think that was
would.
not. I mean,
I feel like First Lady would be more on some, almost kind of like, put yourself where it's, because I'm the kind of, put it like this, I think you're kind of like me in that there's going to be times where I'm not going to fight you, but I'm going to put myself, like if this is your face, I'm going to put myself right here so that if you even like breathe and I feel that wind, it's like boom, quick head, like, because I want to fight you, but I don't want to be the first one to. You understand what I'm saying?
So let me. This is.
I don't
this
approach
is,
people there.
this
I
is
don't-
how
I don't,
I've
don't
done
approach
it before.
people.
I don't
This-
do it like that now
Because I know how
I'll be
I
in
am.
jail.
This is how I am. If you bring me there,
I'm gonna go there.
articulate and justify. That's one of the many things that I learned while
Yes.
serving in our United States
Yes.
Armed Forces. That's just the first.
Right, handle it like that first.
Articulate and justify, because I'm going to need to be able to articulate and justify everything that I did to you that made you
To the
happen to
police.
get to this position
put you in the
of where
hospital.
you're in,
Right.
so that
Exactly.
medics or whomever can,
Right.
give you the proper procedures and do the. I'm just saying, because
Right.
my thing is this: if you really bring me there, because I'm going to go with the intention of just saying, look, you know, hey, I understand, you know,
Yeah.
because here's the thing, I don't date ugly women, so it's like
Right,
I
so
get
you're not
it.
the only one who
You
finds
know,
her attractive.
right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, buddy, I know that you find her attractive,
Right.
but calm down.
But just back up.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
you don't have to comment on everything.
Right.
You know, I got this, and if you think it's encouraging of her, or
Right.
you don't,
I'm
she
just
doesn't
saying,
need
this
you.
just
She has
seems
a
like
Bible
double
and me.
standard
Right,
because if
exactly.
a woman says the things that y'all say, why you gotta be so insecure? You're not secure about your relationship. This is what y'all would say
No,
about
you have a
women.
point, but it depends on what it is, though.
But we'd be talking about the same thing. If
What,
she
with the
felt
likes
like
on Facebook or something?
the likes on Facebook, if she felt
I've
like
had that
one,
brought to my attention
yeah.
before.
So most dudes be like, "Oh, you're being insecure. You're not confident. And what's wrong with you?" Like, I feel like it's always a different when we know that doesn't make anybody feel good.
Yeah.
I look at it as some type of love language. I don't know. That's how I'm gonna justify it.
Because, you know, because there's a little bit of a
I
difference
look at
between
it
the
as
male and
though-
female role.
Oh, boy to my right, know how that Facebook takedown happens when you get at somebody through a social network. So his eyes are open to it. So he's more like, oh no, we ain't gonna have